everybody. Who is on? There we go.
Everybody doing well?
Looks like I have spinning top on my.
No, it looks like it's a buzzsaw cut coming out of your head.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Hello. Hey, Jamie, Summer, Rachel. Hey, everybody.
What's up, everybody?
Hello.
Hey, Jen.
Tyler.
Change that to live chat.
Where?
Which is top chat.
Oh, yeah.
Change it to live chat.
That's what I was looking for. Mary, Nancy.
Welcome, everybody.
Gidget, Stacy. Hello, Michelle. Hello, everybody. How's everybody's Sunday been? I normally don't like the ceiling fan going on in the background, but our AC is not working so good today, and we need it on.
Yeah, we do.
How's everybody doing? Hey, Pam. Hey, Vicky. Stacy. Hello, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Thank
Hello.
you.
Thank
Congratulations.
You so much for coming on. Hey, Susan. Hello, everybody. We thought that we hadn't done, hey, Melody. We thought we had not done a live chat in forever, or a live stream, or whatever you call it.
Yeah, it's live stream chat.
It's been so long.
Like 2 or 3 months, yeah.
And so when we hit 15,000 subscribers,
we got to go on and thank you guys.
What else to do, and
because it's all about you. You guys made this happen.
Yes, so we would not have done to this without all of you sharing and subscribing and all of the things. Hey, Jessica. Hey, Sandra. Hello, Melissa, Carissa, Ashley, Bella Boo Lunches. Thanks so much for watching. We love your videos. Hello, Sherry. So as you guys are coming on, we thought we would just open up the floor and ask for questions. If there's anything you want us to talk about. David's sitting right next to my jewelry. That's what you're seeing right next to him.
You get a ceiling fan, I get bling.
So we've got a lot of distractions going on tonight, but you know what? The AC is out, and we need the fan.
They were supposed to fix it in October. They didn't fix it until December or January.
You guys remember the saga with the AC in the winter?
It's so bad.
Now it's becoming hot again. So I don't know. They'll have to come fix it again. When is David being ordained? He is being ordained at the end of the month.
2 weeks from tomorrow.
It's 2 weeks away. We are not prepared. David's got to get a suit. We got to go find him a suit.
Hopefully lose 10. I'm gonna try to lose 10 pounds before that.
Oh gosh, honey, that's not gonna happen.
I think you can.
We're too close now, and we're gonna be yelling out of town for that.
Did we get the storm? Yeah.
I vlogged.
My goodness.
Okay, so we weren't going to talk a whole lot about this because there's a whole vlog coming out in the morning about today. But basically, yes, it was a huge storm. The power went out.
In the middle of service.
The beginning of service. I had 20-something kids, which our church is not equipped to handle. Like, we don't even have 10 on a good day.
Not in one room anyway. If we spread
20-something in the dark.
Yeah, if we spread them among the rooms.
With no power. With no AC, with no music and media, and none of that. In the dark. And everything had to be moved inside. We made the best of it. We moved all the games inside. We moved the Easter egg hunt inside. But it was a crazy. Yeah, apartment life sucks. Let me just say, we are paying more for this little tiny apartment than we paid for our house when we had a house.
Yep.
And the headaches that come with trying to get, like, the ice maker.
Still not fixed.
And I've just given up on getting them to fix it because I'm
tired. We just buy a $1 bag of ice every couple weeks.
I'm tired of them coming to my house. Like, I don't like having people in here all the time. And they've come like 4 or 5 times trying to fix this ice maker. And so I'm like, forget it. But now the AC is out, and they are going to fix that because we pay enough money to live here. So just, it's been a day, y'all. It's been a day, but yay, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about all of the fun we've been having on YouTube the last 3+ years. Almost 1,500 videos.
That's insane.
Do y'all even know what goes into making a video? A lot of work, but it's really, really fun. So if you have any questions, go ahead and type them out. We're going to try to get to them.
Mm-hmm. We haven't missed anything.
You haven't missed anything? Okay, yeah. To storm.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. We didn't miss anything.
Okay. Yes, a lot of you have been around for a long time. And
I want to ask you guys a question. How long have you been watching?
Yes, let me know. I know a lot of you. I know.
If and do you remember the subscriber number you started watching at?
Yeah, like around, like a ballpark. Or tell me also.
Number one for me. Yeah. Was that your first subscriber? I hope so.
I don't know. Probably one of the first.
I hope so.
Also, tell me like what video you first saw. Was it like
or what video got you hooked?
Weight loss, or travel, or grocery haul, or whatever. Let me know. Yeah, ice cube trays. I hate doing that. We've done that before, and it's just honestly easier to buy a bag of ice.
Mm-hmm.
I hate dealing with ice cube trays, but we could do that. So since the beginning, yes, Miss Melanie, you have been around since the beginning. You were such an amazing support system when I started YouTube. You were the first YouTuber that ever mentioned my channel on their channel, and I just really appreciate them doing that, because I'm telling you, and I get a lot of people ask me, okay, I want to start a YouTube video, I want to start a channel, or my channel isn't growing. What is your advice? And here it is.
Yeah.
Get ready. Okay. Here is my advice. When I first started YouTube, nobody watched. Very few. I mean, I would post a video and have like 5 views,
Yeah.
And that's very discouraging. And my channel did not grow fast. I mean, it took years and years and years, but
it took you 3 years to hit 5,000.
Yeah.
Just about.
Well, I was trying to decide like the exact date. It's been over 3 years since I've started.
Right.
And it took years to hit 5,000. I think we just hit 5,000. Like
it took you almost 2 years to hit 1.
Yeah. The first, I would say the first 100 subscribers was the hardest part, because I couldn't get people to watch. But what I did was I just kept posting. I would post videos multiple times a day. I would post videos every day. I just kept posting, and it's discouraging when you put all this time and effort into a video and then no one's watching.
Right.
But the more and more you post, and the more and more you just keep going, it eventually people will find you. I watch people that literally started this year and they have 100,000 subscribers. I mean, it does happen. People just catch fire. That is not how most people work on YouTube. It is a very slow process, and you just have to be patient with it. And you have to let your audience find you, because I just didn't want my channel to be a spin-off of someone else's. Like, I wanted it to be all the stuff I loved. And you have to wait until the people that like that kind of stuff find you. So, okay, let me see. I got really behind on the comments.
That's about where we were.
Okay, yeah. How old are you? I am 32. David is 34. Yeah. Oh, gosh. The security deposit thing, every apartment we've ever lived at, I don't think we've ever got the security deposit back. And I never fight with them about it. I'm just like so ready to be done with it. But yeah, they're so finicky. And here when we moved in, they didn't like make us, how normally you have to like fill out the form saying like what was damaged when you got there or whatever. They didn't even give us anything. So who knows when. I'm just going to be so glad we move out of here. I'm not going to care if we don't get it back. But
people saying they've watched a year. People have watched since Thanksgiving.
Megan's been around forever.
3 months ago.
Megan.
Weight Watchers videos, through your lunch videos, grocery hauls.
Thanksgiving 3 months ago. The hauls.
Since you hit 12,000, your first autism video.
Awesome.
Think to be a lunch video. You're my favorite YouTuber. Wow.
Thank you.
That's a big honor. Thank you.
That is a very big honor.
8,000 subscribers. She remembers a grocery haul video a full year before Lucy went into school.
Okay, yeah, that's been a while.
About a year grocery haul video. The Easter baskets video last year was the first.
Yeah, it is true. Like when you start getting on a roll with YouTube, like getting from 0 to 100 took forever, but then getting from 100 to 1,000, it kind of snowballs.
Yeah.
But then I've also noticed a lot of lulls. Like there was a period of time right when the kids started school that everything was taking off, and I was just growing a lot. Like every day I was getting tons of subscribers, and all my views were going up, and all my income was going up, and it was just going crazy. This is the snowball, y'all. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is awesome. And, we just got to keep this momentum. Well, then what happens? It slows down a lot. Like my views got cut down, and the subscribers, they were coming, but they were coming much slower. And me and David talked about it, and he's like, well, what do you think it is? And I just said, you know what? YouTube is finicky.
It is.
And sometimes
it's like the stock market.
The quick growth can be this one video you had that for whatever reason YouTube pushed more.
Yeah.
And so more people watched it. And then when that kind of rolls out, then they stop pushing it and everything goes down. So I just think in everything, it's good to look at the analytics and the numbers and
for sure.
And all that. But you just have to keep doing what you're doing. And it will eventually, the next thing will start it spinning out of control. But it's definitely not like this. It's like this still, even still. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
It's a slow climb.
And then there's lots of plateaus.
Unless you put out some video where you get hit by a deer or something, then you just everybody clicks on you.
I don't know.
At what age did Nate have autism diagnosed? 2 years old?
No.
Yeah. When
he was 3. Well, he was 3, but we weren't officially diagnosed till he was almost 4.
Oh, okay.
It was a long process.
We started noticing it too.
Well, yeah, we noticed it around 2 or whatever, but it took a while to actually get diagnosed. Okay, where am I in the comments?
You were still living in Texas when I discovered you. Okay.
That's been a long time ago.
That's 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's been a long time ago. Okay, you saw me as a recommended lunch video under the Family Fudge. Awesome.
Definitely my favorite YouTuber, so real and relatable. Thank you guys. Yes, she is.
Okay, the downstairs. Okay, we need to sync back up on our comments. Where are you? I'm back up further, I think.
I'm at 841.
Oh, mine doesn't have numbers.
Oh, okay.
Okay, go to here. Kim, the downstairs neighbors have gotten a lot better, and that is a huge answer to prayer.
Oh, you're way behind me. Okay.
Okay, that is a huge answer to prayer. And I know a lot of you are praying about that situation. There's a new man that's moved in downstairs. It's still the same lady that lives there, but I guess it's her boyfriend, or I don't know their situation.
Maybe a new husband.
I don't know. But he is really nice. Yeah. And I think him being there has helped out a lot. So knock on wood, everything. I don't probably hear them bang anymore. I still try my best to keep Nick quiet. I understand it must be terrible living under us, but I do the very best I can. Okay. Thank you guys so much for all of the comments. I just lost my place.
Right there.
Okay.
Right there.
I'm trying to get to everybody.
You suggested for grocery hauls, your vlogs. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Ashley, about that, but I'm so glad that we could help it any way possible.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Jennifer.
Absolutely. There's that still live in Texas I told you about.
Okay. That's Katie, my lovely friend Katie. She's been around a long time. Yes. And she's become a great friend. There's so many of you that have actually become friends. Yeah, and it is amazing.
It's awesome to me how a lot of you say that her vlog is must-watch YouTube every day. That's awesome.
That cracks me up to no end.
Because we have channels that are must-watch every day.
Yeah,
so we know that when the moment you wake up in the morning, you can't wait to see what that person's posted. So I can understand think that we are those people.
I know it's hilarious because
really
I'm like our lives are not that exciting.
No.
But what's so cool about all of this is when I started YouTube, I started it with like a weight loss kind of thing, and I've gone away from that. But when I very first wanted to start YouTube, I wanted it to be a family daily vlog channel. That's what I wanted it to be. But I was scared to just jump right into that. And that's kind of why I started with the weight loss and stuff like that. And it just being about me, because I was just afraid to make it about our whole family going at the first. And so now our daily vlogs are one of our most popular videos. Yeah. And so it's like kind of like come full circle to what I wanted it to be about. Right. It's crazy cool. Okay, Heather, yes, you've been around for a while too. Yes, Charity, you too. Awesome. You guys are all so sweet. You're making our day. It's been a day too, and you're making it so much better. We have no idea if we're moving soon.
We have no idea. That's in God's hands.
It's in God's hands. Okay. Have we ever told the story of how we met?
Yeah.
Short story long. Actually, long story short. We met online.
ChristianMingle.com. Not a sponsor.
We've been married for almost 10 years. So, although like when we first got married and we told people that, everybody was like, really? But now when I tell people, they're like, oh, okay. Because it's become so much more common now. But that is how we met. Kim, you are so sweet to have us as part of your morning routine.
Thank you.
I love it. And I'm so glad you love your jewelry. Yay, you got some really good pieces. If anyone else is like, what are you talking about with jewelry? I have started selling paparazzi jewelry.
And she's awesome at it, as y'all know.
So much fun. Oh my goodness, it's been so much fun. Everything's $5. Kid jewelry is only $1. So it's really affordable.
Next live show is this coming Tuesday.
But the quality is amazing. I mean, I'm telling you, like, I'll tell you a little story real quick. These are my favorite paparazzi earrings. They're just little diamond studs. And yesterday I dropped the back off of one. And so I couldn't find it. Our room is a disaster right now, just getting ready for church today and all the stuff we have going on. And so I was digging around trying to find this back of the earring. And I finally was like, forget it. I have extra backs in my jewelry box. And so I grabbed an extra back that was not paparazzi, just a back. And by just an hour later, my ear was so irritated and so hurting. And I just couldn't believe the difference in wearing something that is quality and something that isn't. And so I've had to dig around and find another earring back from paparazzi because it truly makes such a great difference. So if you guys are ever interested in that, you can follow me on Facebook and you can see me go live and buy jewelry from me. It's super fun. Who are my favorite YouTubers to watch?
You got a minute?
I have a lot, although I'm subscribed to a lot that I don't watch every single video they do. Transforming Melody, I watch all of her videos because she is a great friend. I love Melody. Let me see some of my other favorites. I love A Peek Inside. It's Darlene is her name, and she is another autism mom. And her autistic son is like 18. And so it's really interesting for me. She lives in Canada. I love her channel. There's so many.
Freedom in a Budget.
Freedom in a Budget. My friend Kelly, she's another like actual friend, not just fellow YouTuber. One of my new favorites is See Mindy Mom. She's another close friend that messages me and we talk and stuff. And it's not just about YouTube, like we're just friends. There's so many more. I could go on and on and on. Yeah. But those three are real like ones that I watch all the time. I love Tribe of Many. It's a bigger, she's a way bigger YouTuber. She's one of the ones that just started that has grown crazy this year. She has a big family. It's right here. Where are we?
Aldi comparison video. Wonderful about the neighbors. Oh yeah, Kim about the second jewelry. Favorite YouTubers to watch.
Okay, yeah, here we are.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so those are just a few. I have a ton more, but
kids are doing awesome in school. Thank you guys so much for that.
Megan, I don't know what it's like to live overseas and miss family and friends, but I do know what it is to live across the country from family and friends and know how hard that is. And I am so sorry, but I'm glad that our videos could help. Absolutely. And I do consider you a friend too. And you can always message me or whatever, and I'll always be there for you.
Sure.
You're awesome. Ashlyn, you're so sweet. I'm glad you like our lunch videos. Okay, if you guys have questions, keep doing it.
Yeah.
No, I did not see that there were some autism lunch videos. There goes our light. Sorry, y'all.
Let me replace it.
If you want, I think it will help. Autism is so hard because there's so many different
variations. It is truly a spectrum.
And it's like, if your kid has diabetes or something, you can find some low sugar options. Autism is so hard because every kid is so different and they can be so picky in different ways. And textures are a problem. And my biggest advice for other autism moms is just be patient and don't stress out. Like, just don't stress out, just take it one day at a time, little by little. It's going to get better. Thank you so much. That's a lot better. A dollar store taste test. That's a good idea because we haven't done one of those in a while, and those were really, really a big hit.
Especially when it's dollar store versus like some big brand or something.
Yeah. You guys are giving me a lot of suggestions. Okay, favorite TV show at the moment.
Ooh, that's tough.
I got David watching How I Met Your Mother.
How I Met Your Mother.
Now, I watched this years ago, and it's one of my favorite shows. I think it's so creatively done.
It is a good show.
And I just got him hooked on it like a month ago, and he's almost done with the series.
Yeah.
So he's watching that.
That's the way I have to watch something.
I binge watch.
I can't watch something unless the first few episodes really get me within like a month's time. I can't watch something and wait for the next week's episode to come out. I'll wait for the whole series to get done and then do it. We are begging some network to please pick up Big Bang Theory.
I know, because
I want to watch it from beginning to end. I haven't
seen
a single episode all the way through, and I really want to sit down and binge watch it. I really do.
Yeah. We can find, like, we have Hulu and they're on there, but not all the episodes. So I'm rewatching The Office right now. I've watched it like 100 million times. It's my favorite show. I love it because I can have it on, and it's not like I have to be studying it or anything. It's just like a background noise. But we are kind of boring. Like, we are not watching a lot of TV. We are too busy.
Yeah.
We're doing these jewelry shows, and we're doing all this stuff at church, and we're doing YouTube. And so we honestly don't watch TV very much.
Right.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, everybody's doing better. We had a season of sickness that hit us for a while. Now, Lucy, we were back at the pediatrician. Does anybody want to hear the story of Lucy getting a rubber band stuck up her nose? Well, we don't know for sure that she did. But basically, we were at the pediatrician on Friday afternoon because she came home from school and told me that she had a rubber band up her nose. So we were back up at I told the pediatrician, we're just going to move in. Yeah. Like, let's just pack her back.
Oh, you're back.
They were laughing. They checked her nose out. They said that it's fine. She said she was pulling pieces off a rubber band and then holding the pieces up, and she dropped one in her nose. I guess it came out.
My bigger question is, why were you doing that?
She was supposed to be taking a nap during that time at school, and she had found a rubber band, and she was playing around with it. Just like, really? This is not what I want to be doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see, Carrie lives in Scranton.
How awesome is that?
I'm so jealous.
Was The Office even filmed in Scranton?
Well, I was watching this, but most of it wasn't. But like the opening shots and stuff were like
the street shots.
John Krasinski filmed that on his cell phone.
Right.
And anyway, I watched all these like Office facts the other day and all this stuff. Okay.
That is her favorite show of all time.
I love it. I know everything about everything on that
show. She'll be laying in bed trying to go to sleep, but she'll be just quoting it as she's sleeping.
No, I won't.
You will a lot of times, actually.
Could,
you do say something.
How much is Nate in with his general education peers? This has been something that they've tried a lot. So when we first started school, they wanted him to mostly be in with general education, but then be pulled out.
That didn't work.
It didn't work. Like, he hates it. Like, there's 20-something kids in a room, and it's all crazy and chaotic. He hates it. So now they've kind of flip-flopped that, where he's mostly in his special education, and he does specials in his with his general education. So things like art, music, computer. It's like one time a day where he goes to something like that.
Right.
And it's still a struggle. They're trying, and some days he does great, and some days he doesn't, and they just. It's not like if he misses art, it's the end of the world. So they just play it by ear with him. It's fine, but he's not in there a whole lot. And honestly, I wasn't sure how I would feel about that, or if I needed to fight, for him to be in there more. Right. But I just think he doesn't like it, and it stresses him out, and so I don't push him to do it. But they're still working with him.
That's where we were right there.
Okay. All right. See, it always moves up.
Well, because they want you to get caught up. There you go, right there. We pulled an audible today, and we moved everything inside. The rain hit right when it said it was going to hit, and so we canceled all the outdoor activities, sent back the blow-ups, and said, just keep our deposit. We'll use them at another time, and we ended up hunting eggs in the building, in the sanctuary. We did all the games in the separate classrooms.
Ended up being fine.
We made it work.
Yeah.
We made it work.
But it was crazy. And we had church in the dark for most of it with a lot of kids. It was crazy. Yeah. You guys watch the vlog. I show you everything tomorrow in the vlog. So it's pretty crazy. Downton Abbey. Now, Downton Abbey, I watched like the first season a long time ago, and then like we lost Netflix they took it off. I don't remember what happened, and then I didn't go on. Now, if I need to start over, I'm gonna have to start from the beginning. So everybody says I should. It's one of those shows like
it seems more like it's made for women.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why people that love it, but I just don't have a lot of time to like sit and focus on a show. Like I need it to just be in the background, just lighthearted.
I like shows that mess with your head. That's why I love The Blacklist, because that show
I love that show too.
You can't miss 5 minutes of an episode, or the whole episode doesn't make sense. That's why I love shows like that, because you literally it's like going to a movie. You have to literally put yourself in a place of I'm in that world. I love that.
I just don't have time. I like it too, but I just don't have time for it.
Yeah.
When's your next jewelry show? My next jewelry show will be
Tuesday. 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
I am really low on jewelry right now. Like what's hanging up is basically all we have. So I'm waiting for some big orders, but the orders, the system at Paparazzi is a little bit backed up right now, so they're trying to fix it.
Right.
So I should have more jewelry by Tuesday, and we're just gonna play it by ear, but it should be Tuesday night. Okay. When you go to Disney, have you ever stayed at their hotel?
She has.
When I was a kid, we always stayed at the campground, Fort Wilderness, and we loved it. And then when I was in college, we went and we just stayed at like one of the Value, like All-Star Music or whatever, and we loved it too. Honestly, you spend most of your time, or at least we do, we spend most of the time in the parks. So I wouldn't pay to, like, some people really like the, more expensive hotels, but they are really expensive. So it's up to you. And they are really, really nice, but we just like basically using the hotels as like a crash pad at night. Yeah. So, and the condos that his mom and dad are able to get are amazing as well. Awesome. So if you weren't a paparazzi representative, what would you choose? Paper Chef, Scentsy, Avon, anything else? Honestly, I have never had a desire to do this kind of thing until I found paparazzi. Like, I have friends that sell Avon and they sell Scentsy and they sell all the things, and it's never interested me. But this company and the way they run and the way their products are made and the cost. The
CEOs and bosses are all Christian.
They're all Christian. And honestly, the cost of it. And I don't have to have a team under me to make money. I'm making money. It's just me. Like, I don't have a whole team under me. And I mean, I know you can make more money.
She forgets me.
You know what I mean? Like, people signed up under me that makes
I'm her manager.
He doesn't make me like he's not my downline. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
So, and a lot of businesses, a lot of direct sales, you have to really make a profit. And also, I like that everything's $5 because have you ever been invited to someone's party and you're like you want to support them. You want to support them. But every single item, it starts at $50 or something. And you're like, I don't really have that. But you do it because you feel guilty, And I just think it's so great because a friend can support another friend for $5, and the quality is amazing.
Yeah, worth it.
So, no, I've never thought about selling anything else. Okay. Yeah, that was crazy with Lucy. Okay. Awesome. Parks and Recreation. I did watch that when it was on, but I haven't gone back. I probably would like to.
I saw a couple episodes. It doesn't have the same magic as The Office, even though it's filmed really closely like it.
Christy, I know we talked about Mike and Molly. I cannot find Mike and Molly on. I would love to because I never saw it, but I haven't been able to find it. Maybe they'll pick that one up too.
Maybe.
Okay.
Table read.
Ooh, I'll have to figure that out.
Will you do a separate love story video?
Maybe we can.
Yeah, maybe
we can.
Our 10th year anniversary is coming up in September, so we'll probably do something special.
I love Disney videos too. I would love to go back to Disney and do more Disney vlogs and do even rate hotels or whatever. That'd be awesome. But it's so expensive, y'all.
Q&A with the kids.
Oh gosh.
Oh man.
Maybe we could with Lucy. Nate would just run around.
Want milk?
Yeah, he would just say, "You want some milk? You want some goldfish?"
Yeah, Nate will be asking all the questions.
Where's your phone? Can I have your phone? When did we find out Nate was allergic to nuts? That's a great question. I don't think we've ever asked that. When he had just turned 2, we got the go ahead from his pediatrician. I know, now they're
keep the questions coming, everybody.
I know they're telling everybody now, make sure you give your kids peanuts earlier. But when Nate was a baby, they were saying wait till they're 2 because of the high risk of allergy. So we had just gotten actually back from Disney. We went to Disney on his 2nd birthday. And the pediatrician had given me the go ahead to try peanuts. And I put a little tiny bit of peanut butter on some toast. And I got him to eat not even all of it. He just ate a little bit of it. I mean, the thinnest layer. And within minutes, he started getting splotches all over him. And I called the pediatrician and they're like, yeah, he's probably allergic. Give him some Benadryl. Don't give him any more peanuts. And over the course of the whole day, it started getting more and more rash. His face was swelling up. By that night, and I gave it to him for breakfast. So this is hours later. I called David and he was at work and I said, Nate's face is swelling up. I think we need to go to the hospital. Yeah. By the time we got to the hospital, his face was huge, red, splotchy, and he had to be on steroids. It was a week. I always thought if you're allergic, you get the steroids or the EpiPen or whatever, and then you're fine. Well, it had to work throughout his whole body because he had eaten it, and it took a week of hell. I mean, honestly, it was horrible.
It was terrible.
And it's
so we are paranoid about it.
but we have to be. So, and we've had him skin tested since then to just make sure, and he's still come back allergic. So,
oh, Jessica loves the Gilmore Girls.
I love the Gilmore Girls. Yes, I watch them over and over too.
Mm-hmm.
What time do your kids start and finish school?
Early August and middle of May.
Yeah, we are gonna. I think our last day of school is May 24th, and then
so late May this year.
Yeah, it's a little bit later. I think it was the 19th last year. It's the 24th, and then we go back like August 8th or something. Yeah.
Did Nate have early intervention?
Yes, Melody will have to do that. That'll be so fun. Nate did well when we started noticing some issues. I had a conversation with his pediatrician, so we did speech therapy for a while. But I don't know if that's really considered early intervention. It wasn't like early, and it wasn't called that. It was just speech therapy because they thought maybe it was just a speech delay. That was our biggest concern when he was a baby. It's just he was very delayed in his speech, and we kind of had a feeling in the back of our head that he was autistic just because of David's family history. But yeah. Okay. You've never seen Gilmore Girls. You should. It's a great show. Most of my friends
I haven't either.
Most of my friends watched it when it was on TV. But I just started watching it a couple years ago and I fell in love with it. It's an amazing show.
What inspires you to start your channel? She gets this question a lot, but it's always a good answer.
I started doing video announcements at church, and if you don't know what that is, it's just where we would turn the camera on and I would talk about whatever, today we have a luncheon after church or whatever, and we would play the announcements and people would watch it, and everybody told me how good I was at it, and I really liked doing it, and it was one of those things
I feel comfortable doing this.
Yeah, I never thought this was something that I would like, or what could I use with this? It was a talent God gave me. What? And so around that time, a little bit later, I had Lucy, and I was up all hours of the night breastfeeding. And I stumbled across YouTube videos. I didn't even know YouTube vlogs were a thing. I just thought YouTube was...
They had been out there, but they were in the real...
Well, they were out there, but
but it wasn't...
I just thought of YouTube as you have a question about how to fix something or, a funny video, and you type it in. I didn't know there was channels that...
were designated for...
that made content and they made money,
yeah.
And so I started watching different families on YouTube, and that's what I fell in love with on YouTube. And so I thought, hey... they're documenting their family. They're on camera. They're being creative. I think this would be awesome for me. And that's kind of how it all started, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sweating, y'all.
Where do you shop for everyone's clothing on a budget?
I do a lot of consignment sales for the kids. Around here, we have 2 waves of consignment sales. So we have one in the spring and one in the fall. I get a lot of their clothes there because I can get them so much cheaper and actually get the really good brands. Because, I love Target and I love even Walmart has great clothes and I get them there too. But I can get Gap and, all these nice brands for the same price at a consignment sale. So I do that a lot. We do Target. I love the Cat and Jack brand. I love Old Navy. For me, I love Cato. Kohl's on sale. Honestly, we don't buy a lot of stuff for ourselves. Mostly it's just the kids.
I usually go Kohl's, Ross's, Walmart, Old Navy occasionally, rarely. We're real simple.
Were you ever inspired? Okay. Were there any YouTubers that inspired you to start your channel? So the ones that I found that just gave me, they're not even ones I still watch now. Because they kind of got real popular and it's not the type of video I like.
Yeah, they're a brand now.
Yeah, which is fine. I get it. And they're having to play to their target audience, which a lot of times is younger, a lot of the younger, teenagers and stuff. But I started, and this is a smaller channel, but Heidi Kim, her channel is amazing. It has a lot of mommy stuff in it. And then they had a family vlogging channel. And then through them, I found Daily Bumps. And I pretty much know everybody really knows who Daily Bumps are. And I don't watch them anymore, but there was a 2-year period where I watched them every single day. Daily Bumps, my brain, I'm telling you, I have a little bit of a headache and my brain is not all the way there.
Sorry,
Ellie and Jared and
the Lanning family.
Colin and Katie. Lanning is the Daily Bumps.
Oh, okay.
And their channels are what showed me what daily vlogs were. And that's kind of where I thought I wanted my channel to be. Now, when I started my channel, it was not that. It was grocery hauls and weight loss and mom stuff. And so I feel like and that's why I didn't name my channel. Like when I started, I was doing Weight Watchers.
Vlogging with Jess.
Yeah. Or like Weight Watcher, which there's nothing wrong if your name is Weight Watchers.
If that's your niche and that's the only thing you want to do, then do that. Yeah.
But I just didn't want to lock myself into that because I knew that wasn't where I wanted to stay. I wanted to show my family. I wanted to show our life. I wanted to show, how I save money on groceries and my recipes and stuff. So that's why, and I didn't even think about the name. Honestly, for the first few weeks, my name was just my name. The channel name was just my name. And I just kept thinking, I need to have some sort of name. And honestly, it was just the first thing that came to my head. And just plus Jess, that'll be good. And I just love it because it truly incorporates every video I do. And I do so many different ones. So.
And not to be commercial, but it's a great brand name. And it's going to stand the test of time.
Oh. Okay. Any plans on having any more babies?
That door is slowly closing on that.
There was a period of time a few months ago where I honestly wanted to just go ahead and get pregnant. Like I just missed having a baby. I missed all the kids were growing up.
I'm going to develop a hormone that just makes you feel pregnant and you enjoy being pregnant with no baby.
I loved being pregnant. Everybody looks at me like I'm an idiot when I say that, but I truly loved it. But there's just so many variables with Nate, with the possibility of having another child with autism. Our odds are higher. Not that, we wouldn't love that child or anything. It's just, do we want that? Do we want to open ourselves up to have, we can have a kid with, you just don't know. You don't know. And, I had a high-risk pregnancy with Lucy. It was very stressful. I mean, I said I love being pregnant. That only happened at the very end.
Right.
That she had a high risk. But still, that's a part. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. I would love to have another baby. And everybody says, like, adopt or whatever. But still, that's a lot of variable. Like,
not to skip down. Somebody said they'll send us their teenagers for a week and see it.
Yeah, exactly. And
I'm not looking forward. There's an 8-old adage that said the boys are HELL before 12, girls are HELL after 12. So I'm not looking forward to Lucy.
Oh, she's going to be great.
As a teenager.
She's going to be great. What's my number one go-to for
I've been waiting on this question. Come on, you go first. Mine's easy.
Oh, man. I don't know if I have a number one. I like lots of mine is probably like some sort of warm baked, like a baked cobbler or
Dove chocolate.
Yeah. I mean, if you're talking like just a prepackaged.
Yeah. Go to when you just go get it. That's what they want to know.
Yeah.
Go to sweet.
I also really, he knows this. I really, really love cannolis. That's my new favorite thing. But that's one of those things that I
used to be the sweet tart ropes, but she's kind of got burned out.
I'm kind of burned out on the sweet tart. I'm kind of burned out on like fruity stuff. I don't know why. I'm kind of gravitating to more chocolatey things. But I'm loving like bakery treats. Like that's what I want. Like I want like a piece of cake or which I'd never get. But anyway,
ice cream.
David's is ice cream.
It's ice cream, no question.
Do you like watching any cooking channels or shows? We love Food Network.
When we get it.
Pioneer Woman is my girl. I'm a little bitter that everybody now loves her because I read her blogs for years before anyone even knew who she was. I loved her so much. I mean, I'm very happy for her success, but I truly loved her blog. She is so talented in writing. And I love her TV show and I love all of it. And I love her recipes. I love that she's real life, easy. You can go to Walmart and find all her ingredients. But
you haven't made your old favorite dinner lately, spaghetti squash spinach.
I actually was thinking about that this week. And saying
I would love to have it again. I love that.
We kind of had it a lot there for a while, but I was actually thinking about that this week. I really missed that.
Oh, the ground beef enchiladas are so good.
Guys, so what happened this week is I made enchiladas this week, and I filmed a What's for Dinner clip. And then yesterday, I deleted it on accident. So I'm a little bitter.
So sorry, guys.
But it did kind of burn the top a little bit, so you didn't miss a whole lot.
Oh, this is a good question. Does Nate have any problem with different clothing textures?
No, but this is his new thing. If a clothing item
is even a little bit wet,
one drop of water, and I'm telling you, he's going to strip it off.
Yep.
And it does
in church or in class or in wherever he is.
I could be firm with him. No, you're going to wear this. Yep. Like, I don't have anything else. You have to. It don't matter. It is not going back on him. Yep. He will fight you. Today, we had to run to David's office to get something, and it was raining. I mean, it was raining, and it's real close. We weren't outside 10 seconds. And all of our shirts got a little wet. No, that puppy was ripped off. So I really try to carry some extra clothing because that's his only thing. He doesn't really like tight clothes. His teacher says if he wears long sleeves, he always wants to take them off. So she's like, you need to just dress him in short sleeves. And this was in the winter. So I tried to do that and just put a jacket on. He never did that with me, though. So maybe he just got hot in his class. But the wet stuff is truly his new nemesis.
When did you find out Nate was autistic? We said that age 3, officially diagnosed almost at 4. And did you watch Fathering Autism?
I've heard a lot about it, and I think I've seen a couple of videos, but I need to dive into it. I have a very sometimes other autistic channels. Yeah. Not that they're not great. They are. Yeah. And I love the autism community. But as you said earlier. What did I say earlier? You said that every autistic child is different. And so sometimes you can't broad paintbrush every child. And I don't think they do. I don't know that much about their channel. I'm just saying why, like, people will say, you should watch this documentary on autism. It's really great. Or you should watch this show on autism. It's really great. Yeah. Sometimes it can be very painful. And I can do the whole comparison game. Right. Like, oh, well, what is that kid doing that Nate's not doing? Or what can Nate do that kid can't do? Right. And so sometimes it's just easier for me not to watch that. And it's probably something I need to get better at dealing with, honestly. But I have heard great things about that channel. Thank you, Heather. That's a very sweet comment. The same with Daily Bumps. Yeah. Yeah, that's about when I stopped watching them too, Jana, right after they had their youngest one. And I still occasionally will watch them, and I feel invested in their family because I watched them for so long. But I just feel like, they've just gone into it. And that's great. I mean, that's awesome for them. It's just, I just don't feel like I have as much in common with them. So Nate's full name is Nathan. We just call him Nate because we've always wanted to call him Nate. Yeah, when he was born, we knew we were going to call him Nate. Thank you so much, Heather, for everything you do. Seriously, I am, as a mom, thank you so much for what you do. Carrie, send us the baked goods. We'll take them. We will take them. Carrie, I saw you post those pictures on Facebook about your cupcakes, and they looked so good. Oh my gosh, they look so good. Okay. What's your go-to salty thing? Oh, this is her weakness. This is her weakness. Okay, I'll go first because it's easy. Doritos. Oh, Doritos are my jam. I love them more than any other chip and more than any other salty thing in the world. I love Doritos. My favorite would probably be chips and salsa. I have a little bit of a chips and salsa problem. But chips of any kind. I mean, chips of any kind are a problem. I also love anything salty, popcorn, crackers, all of that. I would much rather go towards that than sweets. That is. I'm a sweet tooth. Yeah. Sweets kill me. Yeah. Okay. A Hostess cake taste test. Oh, that's a good idea. There's a lot of variety there. That's actually a really good idea. We haven't. And I think that would be cool to do a brand thing. Yeah. We've talked about for the last 2-3 months, we need to bring B.O.B. back. It's been a while. Because Dollar Tree has a brand and Aldi has a brand. And I've tried some of them and some of them are not that great. So I think that'd be interesting to see. I would agree with that. Okay. How did your life change when you found out that Nate was autistic? You know what? This is what I'm going to say. We were terrified of that word. Yeah. We were terrified. When we just were told he may be autistic, it broke us. Especially me. Well, but David had it was hard for both of us. Yeah. Because I grew up with it, and I begged God, please do not let me stay in this life. Do not let me, because for those of you that don't know, my brother is severely autistic. Yeah. If the spectrum is 1 to 10, he's like an 8. And so to grow up and never have a conversation with your brother and never be able to understand what your brother wants and I was really scared. and waiting for, any moment when something, could be done or happen. So I just did not want to have to deal with that anymore. And I really didn't want to have to, adjust to being the father of that, because I saw that for part of my French, I saw the hell my dad went through, and I just did not want to endure that or wish that on anybody. But when his diagnosis came through, as much as it was painful, it was also kind of a burden lifted because now we know what it is. To me, and how to the actual diagnosis gave us power. Yeah. Because for so long we were so afraid of the diagnosis. Right. But once we had it, then we had a name for what we were going through. And having a name to say, okay, this is why he's doing this, or this is why we're doing it. And it wasn't like we were so afraid of the name. Knowledge is power. And once you know something, then you can get help. But around the same time we found out he was autistic, we found out, hey, he qualifies to be in the school system in preschool. And he and so it opened doors. And the diagnosis, the name, autism, opened doors.
And the 21st century culture is so much more prepared and ready for it now, because 1 out of every 10 children born have a form of it. So everybody can relate to it. Everybody knows what it is. Back in the
having a meltdown in the store, all we have to say is, I'm sorry, he has autism. Right. And immediately everyone, for the most part, knows, okay, and they're supportive. Whereas
those of you that are old enough, back in the 80s and 70s, if your child had a form of autism, what do? Just discipline them more, give them Ritalin, give them medication, whatever. But now it's a whole thing of they can catch it quicker. They have procedures and therapies for it that are so much better. Nate is getting better and better with every single passing week. Oh, yeah. And his conversation is so much improved.
So our life didn't really change when we found out he had autism.
Just how we addressed it and adjusted to it.
And just being able to have a name for it was super powerful. So, okay. Did you gain weight back after stopping keto? You both still look great. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did.
But this is the thing. Like, we're not happy with kind of the little bit of weight, or I don't know how little or not. I haven't really weighed in a while. It had gotten to where with keto, and maybe we need to do a separate video, but I just don't want to invite all of the negativity and comments and stuff.
Because they come.
But honestly, it had gotten to where I was thinking about food all the time. I was prepping food, planning food, counting carbs. I was making myself insane. And I have a problem with binge eating. I have a whole video on that. And the more and more I tried to control it, the worse it got.
Absolutely.
And so
what you focus on, you obsess about.
I started just breaking down and saying, I can't live to where, and I love the way I felt on keto. I think if keto's for you, that's awesome. But it just mentally, I couldn't do it anymore. And so we have gained a little bit back. I am trying to give myself a break. We are in a very stressful season right now. And not that that's an excuse, it's just what it is.
Yeah.
And, I really just want to go back to portion control, eating when I'm only hungry, not snacking and that kind of stuff. But we have gained some.
Thank you, Connie. You're awesome too. Oh, Jess, what's the most surprising thing you found in your P.O. box?
That's a good question.
I am surprised all the time. I would just say, surprising to me is just how sweet people are. The fact that someone would go shopping and buy stuff for us and buy stuff for our kids and mail it to us is just I'm always shocked. Every time I go to the P.O. box and we have this gift, or we have, I'm telling you, probably the most surprising thing is just the Christmas cards this year. The amount of Christmas cards and gifts that we got at Christmas was
insane.
I would go to the P.O. box every day and just be like,
it overtook our wall. It was incredible.
I mean, just all of the people just writing supportive cards, and it was just amazing. There's nothing that's been really random. But what is crazy is when I'll mention something on a lunch video, I've got to find Nate a new thermos, or I've got to find Lucy this. And then a few days later, one will show up in my P.O. box. And it's just absolutely insane. Absolutely insane.
Melody,
and very sweet.
That's a good question. How does Nate's autism affect Lucy?
That is a good question.
It's a great question.
I think it has turned her definitely more nurturing.
In some ways, she's the big sister.
Yeah. And she is very protective of him. And I'm so thankful for that, because she has such a tender heart for kids that are we have another autistic little girl in our church, and her name is Kinsley, and she's precious. Lucy is so good with her. Yes. And I know that's because she's so good with Nate, and she's seen, and I've talked to her one time. I've probably shared this before. One time, she's never asked me why is Nate different or anything, until this one day a few months ago. And she said, do boys not talk? And I said, yeah, what do you mean? Boys talk. Daddy talks, Jonathan at church
Grandpa
talks.
Papa talks.
And she's like, well, Nate doesn't talk. And so it broke my heart a little bit, because she noticed that he isn't like normal kids. And I talked to her and I just said, what, it's because he learns a little bit differently, and he's a little bit different. He's a little bit special. And that just means we have to help him out a little bit more. Right. And she was like, okay. Yep. and that was it.
Answered question.
Yeah. Yeah. But I just try to keep it real simple with her, and she knows, like, she is so protective of him. Like, she does not want him to be left out.
If she gets a treat, he must get a treat.
Like, they'll at church, they'll say, "Okay, Lucy, what do you want for snack?" "I want goldfish," and Bubba wants Cheez-Its. Like, she looks out for him, and it's so sweet, and I'm so thankful that he has such a great sister. Okay. Where am I? How did we pick our kids' names? I've always liked the name Nate, but we weren't planning on naming our firstborn child, Nate. We actually liked the name Luke, and we liked the name Lucy, but I loved the name Lucy. And so when we found out Nate was a boy, I didn't want to name him Luke because I didn't.
If we got a girl, she's gonna be Lucy,
and I didn't want a Luke and a Lucy. It was just too close.
Right.
So
Lucy.
They're both 4 letters, and they both start with LU. So we had talked about the name Nathan and calling him Nate, and it just came to me. I remember calling David and saying, "Hey, what about Nathan David?"
Yep.
And I
love it.
And he was like, "Yes." And that was it. Lucy, we've loved since we were dating. We talked about names, and I've always said, if I have a little girl, I want her to be called Lucy Kate, and he loved it, and that's how their names got. Does Nate have any occupational therapy or physical therapy in school? He does get occupational therapy. At this time, they don't think he needs any physical therapy. So
praise the Lord.
That's good. And he's kind of at like a as needed occupational therapy. So she comes in sometimes and works with him. He's doing much better with a lot of that kind of stuff, with his tone and his balance and all of that. Taste test with Lucy and Nate. That would be fun. Yeah. Lucy has done taste tests with us, but I just don't know about Nate. I mean, maybe we could.
Somebody said,
yay, I'm so glad that ketos work so well for you. 125 pounds
that's
down.
Huge.
That is
Congratulations.
amazing. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Melody says, my brother, who has since passed away, had Down syndrome, and back in the day, he was put in a group home for care. A lot of times people with special needs were institutionalized. Yeah, that's true.
Exactly what it was.
And I'm so sorry, Melody. That's so sad that he had passed away. But kids and adults with Down syndrome are like the sweetest people in the entire world. They're like angels. Like, seriously. Lucy is amazing with Nate. Yeah, and I think I felt a little bit depressed when I was young. At first, I felt very energized and I felt very happy. But as it went on, I don't know if it was the extra work or if it was something with my brain or what. It kind of a switch flipped after a while.
No comment.
I can't come under this table.
We both had setbacks with it because, again,
Christmas really derailed us pretty hard.
It did.
And every time after Christmas I tried to get back on,
it was harder.
I sabotaged myself with a binge. And it just got to the point where I said, you know what, if I could just stop binging, I would probably have less weight gain and less food being consumed. And so that's kind of how it started. And I said this when I went on keto. I love carbs. Like, that is my favorite foods. And so for a while, depriving myself of them really worked because I wasn't having cravings but after a while, my body was like, no, you're going to eat this. No matter if we have to like force you. That's how it felt. Like, it felt out of control. Like, my body like demanding carbs. So it was just kind of weird and it felt overwhelming. So yeah, I'm not saying I'll never go back to it or limiting carbs or whatever, but just for right now, that just wasn't working. Okay. Have you ever thought about Nate riding a special needs bus to and from school? And has he ever went on field trips? He has gone on field trips.
We usually go to one of it. Yeah.
He had an okay. First, let's answer the bus thing. We live so close to the school.
Half a mile.
Yeah. So David just takes him on the way to work. I have thought about him riding the bus, but he would have to be on it a long time. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like it's not worth getting him stressed out before he even gets to school.
Just get him home. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe eventually, and they are more than willing, of course, to do that. They ask us every time. And I like taking him and just getting him. Yeah. He's gone on one field trip. It went okay. David and I both went. And then this year, I guess only going like one field trip a year. Mm-hmm. This year, his special needs teacher talked to me and said, there's a field trip coming up. Nate doesn't have to go, or he can go, or you can go with him. And what it was a play. It was a children's play. And he was going to have to ride in the bus. I could ride with him, but he had to actually ride in the bus. I couldn't take him. He had to ride in the bus with all the kids, and he had to go like an hour to downtown Atlanta. And there was going to be like waiting involved and like a big room with it's a children's theater. And it was like a Christmas Carol or something. It wasn't even one that I think he would like. And so,
oh, bless us, everyone.
When things like this come up, I honestly, for a while, I would say like, okay, well, I want him to, have this experience. But it was me wanting him to.
Yeah.
And so I've stopped and had to think, okay, what would Nate like? Would he like to be in his routine, in his classroom, doing things like that? Or would he want to be on a bus, going to see a show that he doesn't want? And eventually it would pretty much be me in the hallway with him. I mean, that's what it would have been. So I told her, I said, you know what? I just don't think that this is one that's good for Nate.
Right.
If it was I don't know. The other one we went on was like a farm where you could run around and pick pumpkins or whatever. And that was fine. It was still a little bit hard, but he got through it and he had fun. But yeah, so we just said, no, I don't think it's a good one. And they're very good to work with us. And she's like, yes, I agree. I don't think it's going to be a good one for him either. So
I watched your video about the red baron pizzas. We've eaten 3 this week. Oh yeah, they're good. They're so good.
It's so crazy because those things, you don't think they're going to be as good as they are. They're like $3 and change. Yeah. And you're like, what? Like this little, like, it's not like the rising crust and all. I'm telling you, those are the best pizzas you can buy. It's funny.
Red Link did a video on fresh versus frozen, and they picked frozen like half the time. Frozen food has come a long way.
And there's something about those brick oven. It is the brick oven. Because people have said, oh, I've tried Red Bear and I didn't like it. Try the brick. It has to say
the brick oven. Yes.
Even my kids are obsessed with those, and they're so good, y'all.
Do you think you'll ever take a trip without the kids ever? We would love to for our 10th anniversary. We got about 6 months to look at it.
If anybody's watching and they have not seen our cruise videos from almost 2 years ago, you should definitely have a whole playlist. We had the best time. We went on a cruise without the kids, and they all survived. Grammy and Grandpa watched them, and they did awesome. But we have so many like little trips this year. I don't know that we're going to be able to go.
Yeah, we've got a trip with her family during the summer, a trip with my family during the summer. So it just depends on the work schedule and everything.
What is your favorite treat you have during the holidays or during Christmas?
That's tough.
I love like fudge.
Yeah.
Or
there's always a vast array of stuff to just graze on.
Cheesecake.
Yeah.
Pound cake.
That's good stuff.
All of it's good. I mean, my favorite though, like Christmas stuff, is like the little goodies. Like little tins of just goodies.
Okay, Buckeyes.
Yeah, those are good.
That's my favorite.
The peanut butter.
I love Buckeyes.
Peanut butter stuff. We don't have a lot of that around, but yeah. Layla's doggy taste test. That would be good. But
I don't think she can tell it. She'll just eat everything.
She'll eat everything and want more.
Yeah.
Yes, that podcast. If you have any issues with food, diet culture, feeling like a failure with food, on and off diets, I cannot recommend It's Not About the Food podcast anymore than I do. It is amazing. She's a Christian. She talks a lot about diets, and it is so eye-opening, not being on a diet. And the thing is, all of us that struggle with our weight, we have been on 100 million diets in our life. Like, can we just be real? We have been on 100 million diets. And at the end of the day, how many of us are the same weight we've always been?
Yeah.
Like, do diets actually work? They say like 90.
Because it's not rocket science. If you burn more than you take in, you're going to lose weight. Everybody knows how to lose weight.
But actually losing it and keeping it off is almost impossible.
It's the willpower. It's the discipline.
But it's because it's biological. And
and because it just freaking tastes good.
Well,
that doesn't help.
Well, but I'm just saying, like, diets don't work. And they say like 95% of people or 98% of people that start a diet fail. And why is that? Like, because diets don't work. So I would just recommend, if you have any, if that sounds remotely like, yes, that sounds interesting, go check out that podcast. It's amazing.
Did your faith change when you found Nate was autistic? It didn't. If anything, it strengthened how we pray, and it strengthened. It was funny. I don't know if it was my dad or I forgot who it was. It was somebody that said to me as a young man, "You will look at God in a whole new light the day you become a father."
Well, that's like a whole saying.
But but I never really thought about it. I'd always heard it in passing, but when someone said it in like a mentoring moment, it really stuck with me. And it's true. There is a moment when you become a father that you realize, okay, this is how God views me times infinity. And then when I look at Nate and I see the struggles he has, or the times he tries to understand or tries to do something, I immediately look at my own life and think, how many times does God look at me and I don't get it, or I don't understand, or I'm struggling with something? And it really does change how you pray. It builds your patience. It builds your protectiveness in some ways. But the biggest thing it helps me celebrate the good moments. It helps you explore the defeats. It helps you explore the parts of you that need to grow. A lot of times when you look at autism, you think, did I fail my son? Am I not a good enough dad? Is she not a good enough mom? Is Nate just that unreachable or something? These thoughts into your head. We're just being real right now. But in those moments, the good thing is God doesn't change. His word doesn't change. He's the same God he's always been. His love for you doesn't change. His love for Nate doesn't change. And that has always strengthened me to know that that's the constant. The struggle with every other religion as opposed to Christianity is every other religion, parts of it move. If I do this much of this, or if I don't do this or whatever, God is constant. Yeah. So you can hold on to him and he doesn't move. And that's the thing that always reassures me of his faithfulness. And so no matter what bad day I'm having, she's having, or Nate's having, God's right there and he's the same.
And for me too, what helped me is Nate didn't change just because we got a diagnosis. He didn't suddenly become a different person just because we got a name for it.
No.
And that's kind of what we were afraid of. Like, oh gosh, if this is autism, oh my gosh, but he's still the same little boy. We had more help at the end of the day. We had more answers. And somebody told us, I think it was your mom said, well, now we know how to pray.
Yeah,
now we know how to pray for him.
Now, Lord, teach us to pray.
So, we were so scared of the diagnosis, but honestly, it was probably the best thing that ever happened. Okay. Do Nate and your brother get along?
There's a special unsaid bond there.
Yeah.
I can almost see it in the room when they're together. Now, when Nate was a little younger, there were a few.
Well, but see, Nate was the first.
Grandson.
Yeah.
And the attention was now on him and not on Kevin.
Yes.
So that was a little bit of an adjustment. But again, when you have them both in the room, these are Kevin's needs. These are Nate's needs. Mm-hmm. Try to meet them both, take care of them on their individual levels. But the good thing about Nate is Nate and Kevin are very similar in that they just want to be alone. So.
But when they were here just a few weeks ago, Nate crawled in his lap.
And sat right there.
Kevin let him.
We got a picture of it. I think we put it on Facebook.
Yeah, Kevin let him. And your mom was saying, like, he doesn't let people do that.
No.
And it was so sweet. And Nate even cuddled up to him. He was real tired. They were sick that whole time. And Nate cuddled up right beside him and just kind of laid his head on. He sat there for like 30 minutes. And it was so sweet. It's like he kind of knows. It's like they both kind of know. It's very cool. Christy, girl, those dishwasher tabs from Aldi. I am so bummed with Aldi right now because right now I cannot find the tabs. And I'm hoping that they bring them back. Right now, I only have like our Aldi only has like the very like ultra ones or whatever, like the next step up. And I don't really like those as much. Mm-hmm. And they're more expensive. So I went and bought some at Sam's and they're okay. But I miss my good Aldi ones.
Has Nate ever accidentally eaten peanuts since you found out? Thank God, no. And here's a big blessing. Nate doesn't like it. He doesn't like sweets. And so
if he likes sweets, this would be a huge issue because candy,
there's peanut in just
cookies,
about in so many things.
So many things.
But he loves salty. He's like her. He loves salty.
So, and he's very particular about anything new.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it takes me really encouraging him to. So it's actually a great blessing because I don't really have to worry too much about that.
Thank you, God, for answering that prayer. That was huge. Take a trip to Maine to see you. I've never been to Maine. I would love to go to Maine.
Kayla, there was a really mean comment on the Easter video. I kind of talked about it in today's vlog, and there's been a lot of mean comments, and there's surely been some that we've laughed so hard at because, the people who leave these,
they're a few fries short of a Happy Meal for one.
I mean, if you're going to leave somebody a comment like that, like there's something that you're not happy about yourself with. Mm-hmm. So I got this comment saying that Nate's Easter basket was, so pitiful because I didn't give him anything and Lucy must be our favorite. Mm-hmm. I mean, they went on and on and on.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. I didn't respond respond because
my first thought when she said that was, how stupid is that? If you've watched any of our videos beyond that one, you know how much attention Nate gets and how much we love him. So go back and watch 100 videos, then watch that video, and then we'll see if you're comment. Yeah.
No, but I just deleted it.
But nobody's going to do that.
I didn't want people to get all upset about it. And so I just deleted it. But I wanted to comment back and say, you know what? Nate does not like Easter baskets. Here's the truth, y'all.
He would walk right past it and doesn't care.
Did y'all see our vlog for Christmas? Here's all the Santa stuff set up. Nate, right past it. Like, he doesn't care. No. There's no toy I could put in there. There's no treat I could put in there to make him care about it. Yeah. Now, why do I even do an Easter basket? Because I want him to have the experience, and I want to have him, even Lucy, to know we're all a family, and you're all included together.
And also, if we gave Lucy one and did not give Nate one, she would be so mad. Where's Bubba's?
Yeah. So honestly, y'all, he does not care. And why don't I put toys and stuff in there? Because he doesn't like toys. He doesn't like toys. So I know his basket just had some little snacks and stuff. Like, he likes the juice, but honestly, him seeing a bunch of snacks and his favorite juice or whatever, and that's it in a basket, he doesn't even care about that because he knows I'm going to give him juice and I'm going to give him snack time. So him having a bucket full, he don't care. So don't worry about Nate. He is totally fine. Believe me, he gets more than enough attention. Lord have mercy. He gets so much more attention. Yes, Katie, I would love to come see you in Maine. That would be like so much fun. And then we could swing by Nevada and see Kim.
We're right past those.
I know, but I just saw him again. I know. I have to comment.
Let's see.
Made to Crave. Yeah, I've seen the Made to Crave too. It's a good book too.
As you're eating goldfish. Hey,
goldfish
are not just for kids. No. I love goldfish.
Yes. Oh, you guys are so
Thank
sweet.
you guys so much.
Oh, it went crazy.
The next big question is, what do you do when you're praying for God's direction on a big decision and you don't get an answer?
This is where we are right now.
We are here right now.
We're going, what does the future hold?
Let me say this statement and then we can unpack it. The teacher doesn't talk during the test. That's something, when somebody said that in the message one day, I literally banked that in the long-term memory of my brain. I will never forget it. The daily relationship with God, reading his word, praying, spending time with him, you don't do that to check your boxes. You do that to build a true relationship, because sometimes he wants to step back and go, do you know the material, son?
Yeah.
Do you know what to do when I stop talking? Do you know what to do when I want to see? It's the same thing of a dad letting go of a kid on his bicycle going, can you pedal now without me holding you? It's part of growing up and having your parent release you to fail, release you to make decisions on your own. And when you have those moments when you don't feel like God's speaking right now, it's probably because God wants to see, you know the answer to this. You know what to do. You know how to pray. You know what I've asked you to do. Stay true to my word. Stay true to what you know is right. Follow me, regardless of if I'm speaking or not. And you'll feel, here's the signature, peace. There will be a supernatural peace on, this is the decision to make. This is what I need to do. And that's when you know this is the Holy Spirit saying, this is it. That's what we've been led by. That sometimes we get it right, sometimes we get it wrong. Sometimes we have to back up a little bit and go, okay, we need to go down this path this time. But more often than not, when you feel like your God's not answering, he's still there. He's just sitting behind the desk going, do you know the answer? Do you know the answer?
Yeah. So. And it's hard. It's so hard when you are praying and you're like, do you? One of the I say this in all my Bible studies. I feel like you're probably tired of hearing me say it, but one of my favorite things in the Bible is when Hagar says to God, do you see me? Do you see me? And he says that he is a God that sees us. Right. Because sometimes it feels like, do you see what's going on here? Like, do you see where I am? Am my prayers even getting
like through? The disciples in the boat? God, do you not care?
Yeah. I mean, that's how you feel sometimes. Like, honestly, like, do you see us? Do you see where we're at? Do you see all that we've been through? Right. But he does see. And we have to have the faith that he does.
Yeah. Let me unpack this real quick. I actually just spoke on this in a message recently. When Jesus told the disciples, let's go to the other side of the lake, and then the storm came up, speaking of storms like today, and then the storm came up, and they all started panicking, going, Master Jesus, don't you care? We're about to die. And then Jesus stood up and says, peace be still, and the storm stopped. He turns to them and very angrily says, where is your faith? And for years, I felt bad for the disciples because I would panic if a storm came up and I was in a little bitty boat with 12 guys and a guy that's asleep, like acting like he doesn't care. He didn't rebuke them because they were afraid of the storm. He rebuked them because he said, we're going to the other side of the lake. So even if I go to sleep, boys, we're going to make it because I said we're going to make it.
And they forgot who was with them.
They forgot who's in the boat with you.
Yeah, like who are we serving here?
Right.
God does care, and he does see you. It's not like we have, Joe Blow in the boat with us.
This is the master of the universe.
He controls everything.
And I love when he's done, they go, this God, the wind and waves obey him.
I know. And so many times with the disciples, I'm like, they're so stupid. But then we do the same thing.
We do the same thing.
We do the exact same thing.
We've got the book.
Oh, my goodness. Our name's on Instagram. I am BlessedJess86. David is DD Holley.
What?
Your name on Instagram.
_David Holley.
David Holley.
David Holley.
Know.
I tried to get just David Holley. It was taken. I tried to get David Holley 24. It was taken. So now it's _ David Holley on Instagram and on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I almost never post there, but when I do, you can see it.
Facebook is I have a Blessed Jess page.
I'm on Facebook 95% of the time.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's see.
You have a few health scares over the last 6 weeks. I pray for God before every test and again before receiving test results. All is fine. My faith is strong right now.
Amen.
And that's so crazy because we go through these, and we've had health scares, and we've had things that didn't turn out okay. But at the end of the day, we go through these storms.
Yeah.
To make our faith stronger.
Yes.
So many times you're like, well, why am I having to face this hard test result? Or why am I having to go back?
Yeah.
But God uses it to build our faith and to see if we trust in him.
Yeah. And the good thing about that is it always is encouraging to us that when storms and trials do rise up, who do you run to? Yeah. That's something that, some people turn to food. Some people turn to abuse of alcohol or drugs or relationships or other substances or other addictions or vices. We try to run to God, and that's the only way that makes it work. I mean, every other place doesn't have answers. I've learned that the hard way. Every other place is empty. I've been at the top of a lot of mountains. There's nothing up there. The only place I've ever run that gave me peace and gave me grace and an answer was the presence of God.
I see people that have kids with autism, but they're not Christian, and I think. How do you get through it? Because to me, like the strength I have to get through the hard days and to get through the meltdowns and to get through the stress and to get through the financial stuff. And I don't know how you get through this life without a relationship with Jesus, because he is truly our strength.
I would be a mental case right now. I'm serious.
And they say I don't even know the rate. It's a really high rate of divorce, autistic or special needs of any kind parents.
As opposed to the 1 and 2 marriages already now. It's ridiculous.
So, but you know what? And that's because the high stress, and it happens to us too. The high stress just makes you fight with each other. But you have to have that relationship with God because he is your strength. I don't have to depend on my strength or David's strength to get us through.
Right.
I can depend on God's strength, and he's always faithful.
Right.
How long have you guys been Christian?
Since I was 8.
Since I was, we grew up.
Yeah.
5, born in the church. I remember.
But do you remember a moment, like maybe as a teenager, when you seriously decided I'm all in? For me, I was 13.
For me, I was super all in even as a kid. So I just grew. We grew up to where it was all our life, and we were taught. And we just grew and matured. So I don't even know if it was ever a switch flipped. It was just kind of like I learned more and I trusted more and I grew more. And then I got older, and so it's just like, and I've not been perfect, and I've definitely made mistakes and all that, but
nowhere near perfect.
We fail every day.
Both of us are nowhere near perfect.
Oh,
thank you guys so much.
Katie, you're so sweet. Yeah, he is super hard to shop for.
Mm-hmm.
You're so sweet. So you'll see in the vlog tomorrow, but this lady from our church got these kids these awesome little Easter not baskets, but little gift bags. Insane the amount of stuff she put in there. Insane. I feel like my basket is a little puny compared to the one the lady at church got us. Miss Debbie is so sweet to our kids.
Yes.
But
we love you, Miss Debbie.
She put a koosh ball in there, and Nate loved that. So I thought, hey, that's
Nate loves squishy things.
Squishy things.
Yeah, textures.
But you guys always do a good job. Katie, you think of stuff that I never
would. By the way,
would.
we need to make him that mesh thing. We need to figure out a way to do that. Where you put that marble in that mesh thing.
When we went to the
that was so cool.
There was this little tiny fidget toy, and it was.
You know what it looked like to me? It looked like the Chinese finger trap thing. It was about that long mesh, and it had a marble in it.
Was
so you could squish the marble up
around.
And down
it was a marble, and it just was sewn around
with mesh.
And so you could just move the marble, and that's all. He loved that. That was the favorite thing that I've ever seen him play with. I'm like, man, we need to go get some mesh and some marble.
Oh, thanks, Jen. I appreciate
Aw,
it. Or Jim, excuse me.
Everybody does love when David preaches. David has like a whole fan club.
Does Layla have ever had doggy ice cream? I don't know.
Yes, she has.
Oh, yes, she has. That's right. It's been a while.
Before we had kids.
Yes.
I took her to this meet. We lived in another apartment in Texas, and they had like a doggy meetup where they had like little ice creams for the dogs, and they had like little goodie bags, and they all got to see. Now Layla hated it because she hates dogs. She hates other dogs.
Yeah.
And so, but we went and we got her a little ice cream. She liked it.
She thinks she's the alpha in this family.
Oh my gosh.
She really does.
She's so spoiled.
What are your kids' favorite apps on tablets?
So much,
YouTube Kids. They both would live on there the rest of their lives. They'd never watch another app if they could.
Nate likes this one called Endless Alphabet.
And we got an ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse.
He loves that.
He can find. He will Google and YouTube stuff. Like,
he's so smart.
Oh man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Okay.
Oh, thank you, California Grown. That's awesome, Carissa.
Thank you so much, Carissa.
You want to tackle that one?
Where?
Big all caps?
No, I'll just block. Some of these I'm going to block. It seem a little weird.
I don't mind talking about it if you want to go back to it. Let's see. Parents who won't.
Thank you so much for watching.
Absolutely.
If you need to sign out, I totally understand.
Parents who don't really cry, suffering children, what more would take the heart? Oh, yeah, for sure. It's...
Yeah.
Guys, I'm telling you, the secret to any successful relationship, marriage, parenthood, it's Christ.
Yeah.
It is the secret. There is no shortcut. There is no magic pill. There is no magic formula. There is no best help book. It is Christ. It is a true God-centered relationship with Christ that makes everything work. Because, newsflash, that's how God designed it. That's how God designed your life. If he wanted your life to work without him, what's the point?
Yeah,
that's the point. It's literally like the I don't want to make it too science fiction here, but it's literally like a robot that's missing its core. And the moment you slide the core in, everything works and comes to life. Living without Christ is like living without your core.
Yeah.
There's no function. There's no point of it. It's just being moved by your flesh and moved by,
And,
So.
Yeah. And
I truly don't understand it. When I watch people try to live their life without Christ, I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. What heartache and pain are you bringing on yourself? Why are you doing this to yourself?
I can't imagine because it truly is everything. Okay, I'm gonna remove.
I got it.
Okay. Okay. Your oldest swallowed a marble on Daddy's watch when you were at a doctor appointment. Oh my gosh. Oh, kids, why do they swallow stuff and stick stuff up their nose? Why? Oh my gosh. Lord. How often does Nate see your brother? We see them every month or two.
Yeah,
usually.
Probably at least every quarter.
Yeah,
something like that.
We try to see them, and we saw them a lot even when we lived in Texas. We really try to make it a priority they did to come see us, and we would come see them or whatever. And
okay, honey, let's go here. M. Smith, just curious, what's the weirdest comment you've ever gotten on a video? I would love to hear that.
You're going to tell them the one I was telling you about.
Go ahead.
This is probably the weirdest. I don't know if it's the weirdest.
I haven't laughed this hard in a while. This was good. This
person comments. I'm not going to say all of it because some of it was a little bit bad. Well, this person comments and says,
we'll abbreviate it.
And they say, it was on a lunch video. And they said this, or maybe a dinner video. And they said, this video is boring. The family fudge, which I think she's awesome. But she's not my style.
She's creative.
She's very creative. She's amazing, talented.
She has a little too much time on her hands, but
for me, I couldn't do it. But she said, this video is so boring. The family fudge cuts all of her vegetables into shapes, and she has much better videos than you. And so I almost deleted it because it was a hinting on me.
But she said the right answer, which was
I said, awesome, then go watch her and a smiley face. And I didn't mean that as a sarcastic thing. I just meant
if you love her, go watch her.
If you love that kind of video and you're looking for these creative lunches, then awesome. Go watch her. That is not going to.
If you don't like Target, go to Walmart. If you don't like Kohl's, go to Old Navy. Go to where you want.
So she comments back and she says, Okay. So she comments back and she's like, well, you just lost a subscriber because her videos are so much better. And I can't believe you would say that to me. You lost a and I didn't even respond to this. And I was just like, whatever, just go watch her. I'm just still saying the same thing. That's fine. If you don't like me.
And then she said.
And then she comes back a few minutes later and she says, okay. She said, okay. Dumb A. I'll say that. She said, okay, dumb A. I can't even go watch her because she doesn't even have a new video up. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, it was so funny. And so we were laughing so hard about it. And so after that point, she said a bad word. I just blocked her. But
she's the whole group of fries short of the Happy Meal.
So I didn't mean like go watch her right now. She has a new video up.
Unbelievable.
I just meant, if you don't like my style, then go watch her. That's fine.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, she was like, well, I can't even watch her, dumb A, because because she doesn't even have a new video up. Oh my gosh. I was laughing. Sometimes I get mean comments and I honestly cry. Like, honestly cry. And I'm trying to get better at that. But that one, even with a bad word, I was laughing so hard. It was crazy. It was so funny.
Has Nate ever been on a plane? And if so, how did he do? He did good. It was a while back.
It's been a long time. And he did fine. Both of the kids flew a lot as
really little
babies because we live so far away from home. They haven't been on a plane since Lucy was a baby, so he probably doesn't even remember it.
Chelsea says, I sent you a box. I'm the one with the Australian candy sent back. It got sent back to me for some reason.
Sorry.
Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Chelsea.
Oh.
Sometimes the postal systems are just so frustrating.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry that happened. Okay. Do you have any plans for Nate's birthday? What are your favorite?
Oh, well, that explains it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Do you have any plans for Nate's birthday? Right after Nate's birthday, we are going to the beach with his parents, like the week after. For actual Nate's birthday, I'm thinking we're doing something real low key, like taking him out to dinner or something. Don't you think?
Yeah, probably.
His birthday is the day after school gets out.
Nate treats his birthday the way he treats Easter baskets. Oh, it's just another day. Give me the candle.
He does like it. We sing happy birthday.
He loves singing happy birthday.
He doesn't really care about presents. We'll get him something. I don't know. I'm thinking about has anybody seen the sensory swing? You hang it in front of your door, like a door jamb, and it's like a very calming net thing.
Nate would love
I think
that.
he would love that. I think it'd be really good. So I'm thinking about that. It's like $50. I thought that'd be a good birthday present for him.
Warrior said the girl from Family Fudge used to work for Edible Arrangements. That makes sense.
No, I knew that.
That makes sense.
Honestly, when I
did not know that.
When I started lunch videos, she was one of the ones I watched. Like, I think she's great. Bella Boo Lunches. Oh my gosh, she was on here earlier. I think she's awesome. It's just I don't have time for that, and I think and as I watched mostly the Family Fudge lady, Jennifer, I think is her name.
It's her name.
I watched her, and she is nice. But
is that her and her husband's both full-time job?
I think so now. Yeah.
Well, then that's where all the time
they're
is.
Huge.
Then they can do that.
But they also like homeschool their kids and stuff, which is awesome. But when I was watching them, I was noticing a lot of other YouTubers talking about how they felt so guilty watching her videos because they didn't have time to do their own fancy lunches. And that's why I started showing real life lunches, because I didn't want people to, I don't think that's why she makes videos, is for you to feel guilty.
No.
And I don't think you should feel guilty.
It's to go, hey, have you tried this one thing in your kid's lunch?
Yeah, and
that's what she wants.
And that's what she's after. And I don't think she wants you to feel guilty if you don't want to do that. So I just wanted to be like the flip side of just real life. I don't have time. And honestly, Nate would not eat a star-shaped whatever sandwich or whatever. So, I literally spend 10 minutes in the morning putting lunches together. And I think
do you think Nate would enjoy doing that? Like if you gave him a piece of something he likes and he took a little square stencil and cut it into a square?
I've tried that with like cheese and stuff, and he doesn't really care. So, and they'll really do it with Play-Doh and stuff. I just don't know food. I don't know. We could keep trying. What's your favorite rides at Disney?
Space Mountain.
Soarin'.
Soarin's my number 2.
Soarin'.
I love Space Mountain. For nostalgia reasons, I love Space Mountain.
Yes. All right. Where are we? Where are we?
Sherry says, what do you think about YouTube disabling comments on some channels? Has it happened to you? It hasn't happened
to me. And
not yet.
It's mostly been a family channel, like dedicated family channels. And I don't really have a family channel. It's a bunch of everything. So far it hasn't happened to me. I get that they're doing it to try to protect kids and stuff, and I don't know. I feel like it sucks for the people that, like, I would hate it if my comments got disabled, because I talk to you guys in the comments, And so but I also get that YouTube's trying to take precautions.
Right.
So it's a balance.
They're monitoring hate speech.
Yeah. Well,
so.
They're monitoring like kid
bullying and.
Well, it's like kid trafficking or like, sexual inappropriateness and stuff towards kids, which I totally agree that they should be handling.
Absolutely.
I don't know how disabling the comments help unless they're I'm not really sure how all that works.
Right.
But so far it hasn't happened to me. And if it does, we'll deal with it. But I mean, I get it. I get that they're working on stuff. How do you determine if it's rude people or just someone with autism?
This is tough.
No, this is tough. It's extremely literal and tactless with things. He says things he doesn't mean. I know of a few people that watch me that do have autism, and I can they either have told me, or
there's symptoms you can tell,
or and like that lady that said stuff. I could tell that she wasn't it could have been a kid. I mean, honestly, could have been.
It could have been a kid.
And that's why, honestly, I didn't delete it at first because I just was like, okay, well, then go watch her. And I wasn't. But
the moment language gets involved,
then they're deleted. Yeah. I just tried to say, okay, autism or not, would I allow that? I heard some YouTubers say this. Would I allow this comment to be written on my front door? Would I allow, because that's what it is.
This is my page.
So I just have like a zero tolerance towards mean. Now, if it's a genuine. I get these, I get a lot of kids that watch me with autism, and they either have told me, or I can just kind of tell, they're a kid or they have some mental handicaps and stuff. So if it's just like you said, your son is very literal, and some of them are like, well, that's a boring lunch or whatever. I don't delete that, and I try to respond nicely,
right?
Because I can tell, like, it's not mean. It's just a little bit like you wouldn't say that. Like most people just wouldn't say that. But it is a hard balance. I just try to delete anything that I wouldn't be comfortable with someone saying to my face or writing on my door. Exactly. That makes sense. Plus, I have found, and some comments don't bother me so much, but if I leave them, you guys in the comments will try to defend me, which I appreciate. Yeah. But then it starts being mean to you guys, and then I'm just like, no, like you're not going to be mean to my people. So, yeah.
And for the record, if you're out there, and whether it's any part of who we are or what we do, if there's a genuine, why are you guys like that, or why do you believe that way? We're completely open to discussion and honest debate. There's nothing wrong with that. People
ask me all the time, like, why don't your kids eat vegetables? I don't have a problem with people asking me that. No. I will tell you all day why Nate doesn't eat vegetables. And, and then I have people that say, oh, your kids eat so well, Right. So, I mean, it's all subjective.
But then when you come back and go, I think I'm better than you because that's when,
and if people say, why don't your kids eat vegetables? I think they should eat more vegetables. Okay, that's fine. But if you go on this tirade of you're a terrible mom and your kids eat junk food and you should be ashamed. I've gotten comments like, your kids are sick all the time because of the foods you feed them. Like that. No, like I'm not going to have that written on my page, So real life lunch, Leslie. Yes, girl. Yes. I mean, all power to the moms that have time to do all the fancy stuff that I just honestly do not. I do not. The fanciest I get is maybe putting like a little pick in Lucy's lunch, or the little muffin cups that hold the stuff. That's about as fancy.
Thank you so much. I'm extremely proud of her for reaching 15,000. I'm so proud of her.
So exciting.
Yeah, Nate hasn't walked in front of us yet, but he definitely could at any moment.
Oh, Lord. Let's hope not, because he was up at 5-something in the morning, y'all. I am and on a day where we really didn't need him to. And now I'm really worried because it's hot in here, and he does not sleep good in the heat. No. I try to dress him cool.
None of us do.
It's miserable.
Have you ever been to Disneyland? Nope.
I haven't.
I haven't.
Does Nate like Twinkies? No. He doesn't like any kind of sweets. The only sweets he likes is the golden Oreos. Okay.
Oh, thank you. People saying they love how real your lunches are. That's why they're called real life lunches.
I just started it because I didn't want any mom to feel guilty. That's the reason I started it and started calling them real life lunches. Because honestly, you're feeding your kids. You're doing a great job. Motherhood is hard enough without everybody judging each other,
Greetings from Germany. Wow.
Awesome. Ashlyn says, I remember when Nate ate his pizza for the first time in the lunchbox. I was so proud. Yes. That's the thing with autism is when they finally get something, it's so much more exciting because you've seen the struggle for so long and you get to celebrate those wins. So when Nate eats a food that he normally doesn't like, or I put it in the lunchbox 100 times. Y'all, for the first year, I put chicken nuggets in his lunchbox probably once or twice a week, and he never ate them. He never ate them. I just kept throwing them away. He never ate them. I kept throwing them away. And then one day he started eating them. It was amazing. It was absolutely amazing because it's just growth.
Does Nate get along with school friends? Just recently, honey, tell him about that breakthrough that we had.
I have asked him every single day of his school life, who'd you play with today? What'd you do today? Blah, blah. How was your day? Who did you talk to? Who'd you sit by? He never says anything.
It's like trying to crack a safe.
There's never been one report of what he did or who he said. And so the other day I said, hey, Nate, who was at school today? Actually, we were talking about friends. Lucy was talking about her friends at school. And I said, Nate, who's your friends at school? He's never mentioned their names. I don't even know if he knew their names. And he's talking about his autism class. And so I said, Nate, who's your friends at school? And he looked at me and he said, Marcus, Malik, Ty, and the whole gang. It was so cute. I was so proud of him.
Yep.
It was so cute.
Does he still like Fruit Loops?
I've tried a few times since then. With Nate,
Lucy's addicted. Lucy loves Fruit Loops.
With Nate, if he's super hungry, sometimes I can get him to eat stuff he normally wouldn't, or just in a mood to. But I haven't had much luck with Fruit Loops lately.
If you could visit any state in the U.S., where would you go?
Visit or live?
Visit. Hawaii.
Either Hawaii or I would love to go back to New York just to spend a week. I want to live there, but just a week. Since
I've been to New York, I've never been to Hawaii, so I want to go.
Yeah, I have, but I would love to go back. Carrie, you're so sweet. Yeah, if you guys ever seen a mean comment, just breeze past it because I'm going to find it and I'm going to delete it.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate it. But see, what I hate is when y'all are so sweet to defend me and then the people jump on y'all.
Yeah, we don't want y'all to go through.
So sad. Yeah, so I don't want them jumping on y'all because then I'll really be mad.
Remember, when they were crucifying Jesus, he didn't say a word. So just kind of
I'll just come through and I really try to stay on the comments. I check them multiple times a day because I have a bunch of words flagged. So when they get through, I will find them. I will find them. Okay. What time do your kids start school? They start school at 8 and they get out at 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Leslie says, I live in Arlington, Texas. Is there anything you can't get anymore that's in Texas that you miss?
Oh, man.
Tex-Mex food. Yeah. The real Tex-Mex
tortillas
food.
in Texas.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. When you can go to H-E-B and you get the fresh tortillas, you go to the restaurants, you get the
chili con queso.
Oh, my gosh. The enchiladas, all of it, all the Mexican food. Mm-hmm. It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible. The tortillas for me. Good night, Miss Melody.
Have you a good night,
First
y'all.
day back to work tomorrow.
Woo-hoo.
I'm so excited for you. Okay, if she's still on. I know we're kind of delayed here on the comments.
Oh, Michelle, that's very sweet. Yeah, it's God knows where you are, and God knows exactly what you need and when you need it. Just stay close to Him and trust Him.
I don't know where you're even talking.
He'll work all things together for good. It's right below where you are.
Okay.
He'll work all things together for good.
Lisa, my lunches are fancy. You put a string cheese and yogurt in your son's lunch, but he's 5 and autistic. You know what? You do it because you know what he likes. And with Nate, there's been times where I know if I put something in his lunchbox, he's just not going to eat anything because it's going to completely gross him out. So you know your kid. You know if I put mac and cheese in a thermos, he's going to gag out and then he's not going to eat his string cheese and yogurt. So I say go. Do what works for you and your kid, and you're doing a great job.
The more smiley faces Nate gets, the more we don't take his electronics away. That's his price.
He knows if he gets under, I forget. Now they've changed the whole system. But if he gets a lot of sad faces, and he gets a chance to get 40 or something now, 40 sappy faces. If he gets a bunch of sad, then he gets his Kindle taken away. And he does not like that.
No, he does not.
So, he doesn't really get anything for getting all happy. He just gets to keep his Kindle for the day. He likes that.
Thank you so much, Yasmin. We appreciate that very much.
Okay.
Have you ever tried?
Comments went crazy.
Have you ever tried dill pickles with Nate or Lucy? I found them as a good snack or with cheese before bread.
Lucy loves dill pickles.
I hate pickles, and
they weren't asking you.
And I don't think
I love them.
I don't know if Nate would like them either.
I feel like I have tried it with him, but he's so weird about stuff like that. I don't think you would like it. But me and Lucy love them.
Yeah, I think somebody else loves those Starbucks dates.
I miss the Starbucks date with my best friend because they're like our therapy. Starbucks dates with a girlfriend is like therapy. It's not even like just coffee. It's just therapy. And I miss it so much.
Do you have a favorite iced coffee recipe, Jess?
I have my friend Denise sent me up this brand new recipe. I'm going to try it. She's a Starbucks barista and she's amazing. And she sends me all of her yummy Starbucks coffee. It's amazing. And she sent me a recipe for iced coffee. I am going to film that when I make it. I have made it before based on the Pioneer Woman's recipe, I believe is what it was. And I did a video. Y'all, the video is so bad. It's so bad. It is bad. Is
that one of your early ones?
Yes. It's one of the first videos I did. And now I watch it back and it's so embarrassing. But you basically just like put coffee in a fine mesh strainer with, I did some like paper towels in there too, just to catch the extra grounds. Like you just pour water over it. And then the coffee, once it's all in the pitcher through the fine mesh strainer, if that makes sense, you just let that concentrate sit. Like I just set on the counter for like overnight. And then you stick it in the fridge and you have iced coffee. And then you put it in with like some milk or something like that. It's awesome. But I'm going to show you guys when I do a Denise's method. Iced coffee from Starbucks. My favorite. Probably I would just do like some sort of sugar-free syrup and like, I'm pretty boring. Sugar-free syrup and like some cream or half and half. Or I like doing a Premier Protein with some espresso. It's really good. It makes like an iced coffee. Aldi baby deals are good.
Thank you, Angela. That's very nice of you.
Thank you so much. You're so sweet. We really hope. I don't talk about God in every single video, but I hope that it's evident that He is the most important thing in our life and that I want Him to be the center of our channel. Okay.
I need to buckle down and get back in it. My weight loss journey is not where it needs to be.
Yeah. When we go through lots of stressful seasons, it kind of comes back on. That's where we are now, and it will get back. But I also feel like the more I try to diet and stuff, the worse it gets. I just want to get back to simple, making my food, eating small portions, not overeating. And we'll get back at it. So
yes, Jim, I did pick out that beautiful ring on her finger.
Yes, you did. And you did a great job. You guys, look how pretty.
She picked out her band.
Well, David bought we kind of went shopping together and looked around. I
picked out the engagement ring. She picked out the wedding ring. And then we both picked out the band.
Well, we picked out the band together.
That's what I'm saying. We both picked out the band. You picked out my ring and I picked out your ring.
I picked out his ring. Yeah.
Which if y'all never seen my ring, I love
really
it.
Cool.
It's really, really cool.
Yeah. I actually bought that with money that I had saved up from when I was a little girl. My dad made me have like a savings account with our allowance. So like I would get to use some of it for like things I wanted and I would have to tithe and then you put some in a savings. And the savings account just grew and grew and grew. And then I had enough in it to when we got married, I bought his ring. It was really cool. Okay.
Christy, if you know someone that wants to book me, do it. I'll get there.
Yes. Pinterest or Instagram is better for promoting. I would say Instagram. Pinterest, I don't know. I'm not good at Pinterest. I like looking at Pinterest for like recipes. That's all I use Pinterest for. And I don't ever make Pinterest posts myself. So I would say Instagram is real popular right now. It is real popular. You can do the Insta stories and all that.
It's putting Twitter to shame. It really is.
And honestly, most people like it better than Facebook now. So.
No, I don't. I still love Facebook.
I don't, but I'm just saying people on Instagram.
But I get it. Instagram I've learned is really, really big with 30 and under. That's more of their generation.
Okay. Do you promote your jewelry biz anywhere other than here on Facebook? Occasionally I'll talk about it on Instagram. I want to try out a live over there. I just don't know how it will go because honestly, I hate Instagram's messaging. I don't know if you guys have trouble with it, but when I get direct messages, if they're not a friend of mine or someone I follow or something, it goes into this other folder. And once it goes into the other folder, I can only see so many. So if that folder gets backed up, then I don't see the messages and I can't get to them. So I'm worried that if I try to sell jewelry over there, I may have to get them to email me their information or whatever. And I don't know if it'll be confusing or not. Because when they buy jewelry, I need their email address and their mailing address and all that. So I'm just kind of scared about the messaging system. But I do want to try it over there because I've heard good things, but most people say Facebook lives are the best. So I do sell to people at church, but usually they buy on the Facebook lives and then I bring it to them at church. I've thought about putting together like a little bag to take to church to kind of just show off, not like to set up a table or anything, but just to like, if
Jesus will come in and flip that table over.
No, but just to like have it, like, cause all the time we're, hanging out before or after church and they always are saying,
and it is really different when you see it right here up close.
Yeah.
It's very different.
And so many of the people at church are like, I tried to get this necklace and, it was sold out or whatever. So it would be nice if I had some that they could just see, but so far that's all I've done. I would love to do more, but we're growing little by little.
Katie and Heather, or Katie and Christy, you do not want to see me in the kitchen. No, you don't. I'm as good in the kitchen as I am
You should tell about the last time I made enchiladas. What happened?
I'm as good in the kitchen as I am under a car hood. Looking at an engine.
Okay, so he's not lying. The last time I made enchiladas, I think it was enchiladas. No, it was the ravioli. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I made ravioli and I had it wrapped in plastic and I had it ready to go. So
you're not going to tell this story. Oh my goodness. All right.
I think I promised you I wouldn't, but I've done stupid things in the kitchen too. So I had this ravioli baked.
Karma, honey. Karma.
Wrapped in plastic wrap. You probably know where this is going. And so I came in, we're putting the kids to bed, and I'm like, hey, the oven's preheated. Stick that in the oven.
And honestly, I didn't even notice it had wrapping on it. It was so wound tight. I didn't notice it.
He sticks the whole thing, plastic wrap.
Wrap and all.
All of it in the oven. And so I go to check on it a little bit later, and I'm like, what is this all over? And then it hits me. The plastic wrap had melted. You guys know how much I love my Rachel Ray bubble and brown pan. That he broke one of them, and I just got a new replacement.
I didn't break it. It slipped. I didn't break it.
And then it broke. No, it slipped and it broke.
I didn't break it. It slipped and broke. I didn't pick it up and break it. That's the difference.
He dropped it and it broke. So then we pull it out and I'm like, this is ruined because there's plastic wrap melted. And then we found out that it only melted on the pan. It was like
it's like it expanded and then broke to the side. So none of it got in the food.
But my pan was coated in. Yeah. So we had to literally peel it off
while it's hot, so it'll come off easier.
It was terrible.
It was bad.
Yeah. David's not too good at
No, I'm not doing a week of lunch videos. No, I am not.
That would be hilarious.
I want y'all to keep watching this channel for good stuff.
I want my kids to actually have lunch. So he could do it. He makes some dinner sometimes.
Although I have made Jess a deal. If she sells 50 pieces of jewelry in a live video party, I will sell jewelry on her channel for 15 minutes.
You'll have to make this happen for me because I would love to see David try to sell jewelry. He'd probably be really good at it, actually. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay.
And you better do it once because after that's going to be 100 sales.
You found your wedding band. It was lost over a year and a half. Your 3-year-old hid it. Oh my goodness. I'm glad you found it.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I am not doing the voiceovers for the lunch videos. No, I am not.
That would be so funny. That's a great idea.
Here is something that it looks like she's made some cheese and I'm not doing that.
That'd be so
I'm not doing that.
That would be so funny.
It is Tuesday. The next jewelry party is Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. You can go to the Blessed Jess Facebook page. I will link the video over there from her personal profile. And if you guys want to send her a friend request, she'll check them. So make sure you do that.
Yes, and we always share it to Blessed Jess too, so you can buy it. It'll be on that page too if you're a follower over there. Blessed Jess Facebook page. Okay.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, she's wearing the church shirt. I'm wearing her shirt. So thank you.
That would be funny. The voice over there. What is that? Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Do the what? That would be funny. He has filmed little clips of the ends of lunch videos, like if I'm not here for whatever reason, which is not very often.
Yeah.
But if I'm like gone for whatever, he will.
I can cook a few things, but mainly meat.
Lucy loves when he makes dinner because he like arranges. Like you are kind of more fancy than me because he'll arrange her peppers like a rainbow or whatever, and she thinks it's awesome. Yeah, she loves it when Daddy does it. Oh my goodness, yeah. There, I have it's probably a lot of my fault because I don't let him in the kitchen very much. And when he does go in there, I'm very controlling. But I know, like, he'll make Nate a quesadilla.
Hey,
and like,
I'm that way. I'm that way about what I do.
But see, Nate is so
there's
picky
the right way, and then there's all the other ways.
When he makes him a quesadilla, I'm like, you're doing it wrong. Nate's not going to like that.
Yeah.
It's burn on one side, he ain't going to eat it. Or you cut that wrong, he's not going to eat it.
In all fairness, it's because she wants her kids to eat. So
very true. A week of making your lunch. Oh, and you'll have it. That is true. That is true. You could make your own lunch.
I already could do that.
He could do that. You could film it though.
It's called Go to McDonald's. I'm just kidding.
That is what it's called.
No.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. They do get a lot of vitamin C. Lucy takes a multivitamin and they both drink lots of vitamin
Angela, you're awesome. Thank you.
But yes, that's a great idea. Yeah, and actually it didn't smell that bad. I didn't smell anything. Mm-hmm. We must have had some really.
Yeah, it was really thin.
Yeah, it was really thin.
It wasn't like melting a Tupperware lid or something.
Yes, it was a hot mess though. It takes forever.
Yeah,
Carrie, I get it because see, like we are multitaskers and we can like be in and out and go and and men like to make a more production and they can only do one thing at a time, right?
No. Men are not more production. Men are more get it done. I'm hungry.
Sort of, but maybe it's just because y'all aren't in there as much. I don't know. I kind of agree that.
All right, guys, we're in the 15-minute stretch. So if y'all have any lingering questions or things you want to say,
for both of us,
we're going to wrap it up here at about 10:30 Eastern time.
Mexican food, nachos. That's my favorite. Although you guys know I love my taco soup and my chili.
Favorite food? Well, I've said this before. My favorite genre of food is Italian. But if you said, David, what's something you could eat every day? A hamburger.
Yeah.
I could eat a hamburger every day. I had 3 today.
Oh, gosh.
I had 2 for lunch and 1 for dinner.
We had a big cookout today.
I was moving. I burned 3,000 calories this morning. So I was so hungry by the time I finally got to eat.
A whole tray of hamburgers and hot dogs. So I'm sure we won't finish. We're going to throw away. Yeah. Oh, man. I am the most terrible about burning burners. That is something that I totally do. I will turn the wrong burner on and then my burner covers will melt. Now, I've gotten a lot better because I've made myself like focus because I've done so many wrong. Oh, your favorite breakfast foods. I'm big on, right now I am huge on breakfast sandwiches. I go through phases with breakfast.
I like breakfast
sandwiches.
Sometimes
I go through oatmeal phase, then I'll go through not eating breakfast phase, then I'll go through a smoothie phase. Right now I'm on breakfast sandwiches.
And there's certain cereals that are nostalgic. I grew up on Pop-Tarts, so that's nostalgic for me. But honestly, bacon, eggs, biscuits, and gravy.
I'm not big on eggs, but I'll take like a bagel and I'll take a sausage patty or some bacon and I'll do that or English muffin or something.
But I'm on a mission to disprove the theory of this is breakfast food.
Yeah.
There's a show I love to listen to where they eat anything they want in the morning because of sponsors or whatever. And so they came out and said, who said that these 5 or 6 things are breakfast food?
Yeah.
Why can't you have wings for breakfast? Why can't you have a hamburger for breakfast? Why there are people that eat pizza for breakfast?
Yeah.
So who's to say that?
Most of the time people want things that are more easy on your tummy.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
Yeah, you don't want to wake up and eat like spicy wings or anything.
Yeah. Might give you a kick. Although I did read that study that the Japanese did like ice cream for breakfast for like a year, and they all had more productive days.
They probably start some off with a jolt.
Yeah, let's get to work.
My parents are still on their cruise. I am so ready for them to be home. They get back like in one. They only have 3 more weeks left. They are.
Katie, you fly me up there. I'll taste anything you'll cook.
Yes, I bet she does some good Italian food.
I'll bet.
They are tomorrow in Dubai or today.
In Dubai?
Dubai.
Oh, the world's tallest buildings there.
Yeah, they've had it. Actually, you guys, I think they're today or tomorrow. They were just going through pirate waters. My mom called me yesterday and she's like, "We're now in dangerous pirate waters." I'm like, "What does that mean?" And it's like a high risk area for pirates. So they have like all these pirate specialists on board, and they're okay, but they have like a whole plan for pirates. It's crazy.
What time do we wake up in the morning? Usually between 6:30 to 6:45 usually.
Yeah, 6:30. The kids are out the door at 7:30. So
or whenever Nate wakes us up.
Well, yeah, Nate usually wakes up before then, but we don't actually get up till 6:30. He comes and lays with us usually. Chick-fil-A, your favorite place to eat out as a family?
Our favorite fast food place.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably our favorite fast food. The kids, you guys know, they love CC's. We love going out for Mexican. We love going to Cheeseburger Bobby's or Freddy's.
Guys, we cannot say enough how much we love Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, we love Chick-fil-A.
It is undeniably the food, the quality, the speed.
Although Chick-fil-A totally let me down the other day. I never said this.
Careful, honey. God's watching.
David went to go get Chick-fil-A because the kids both had strep. We didn't want to take them out anymore. So we went home from the doctor's office and I came home and he went to get Chick-fil-A. I wanted a Diet Coke. I had a migraine, kind of like how I'm having now. I haven't had a headache all day. And I just wanted a Diet Coke. We had none at home. He comes home and he didn't know because it was like all in those little drink containers. And they gave me a kid's size Diet Coke. I was so mad. And it was like half, it wasn't even all the way full.
In all fairness, when I went, there were 2 lines, 20 cars in each line. They were moving fast. So anything could have got switched.
But come on.
I know.
How are you getting your kids drink? It was no good.
Yeah, it was bad.
Alrighty. Okay.
I've sent you 3 Australian cereals. Oh, wow. That sounds good.
Ooh.
That sounds really good. How are mom and dad financing the trip?
They knew they were, I'm not 100% sure.
I think they just saved up.
They saved up. My dad's retired and it's something they've always wanted to do. They knew they were taking this trip like over a year ago. So they've had lots of time to save and retirement and they're just doing it. I don't know.
Absolutely. Go try some CC's Pizza. That's Lucy and Nate's favorite place.
Your son, who's now 30, eats Campbell's vegetable soup most mornings until he was 10. Wow. That's an interesting one. I mean,
wakes you up in the morning.
My mom, as a kid, would eat just leftovers, like whatever. She would eat spaghetti.
Oh yeah,
lasagna.
My mom and dad love leftover day. Usually,
I mean for breakfast.
Oh yeah, I've done that too.
Chick-fil-A. I know Katie cannot get to a Chick-fil-A to try it, and when you go to Chick-fil-A,
fly me up for Italian. We'll fly you down for Chick-fil-A. Let's do that.
Chick-fil-A. The day you have it, you're gonna be so excited.
You're gonna be hooked for life.
You gotta try Chick-fil-A sauce. You got to try. My favorite is a chicken sandwich. It's a classic for the first time.
I love their tenders. Their chicken club is good.
But for the first time, I feel like you have to go with a standard chicken
sandwich. You got to go with the sandwich for the first time.
You got to get Chick-fil-A sauce, and you got to get a cookie. Oh my gosh, their cookies are life-changing. CC's Pizza is not like...
It's not Papa John's.
It's not like the best pizza in the world. But it's like...
They got a lot of variety.
It's a buffet, so it's fast.
You get a good salad there if you want
I like it because do you guys know what I mean with kids? When you go in somewhere and then they're hungry,
yes,
and then you got to order, and and it just takes forever. And
they're eating within 5 minutes.
Yeah, David gets in line to pay, and I go get their pizza. Like that's how he knows. So by the time he gets there, already paid, we're already half eating. The kids. Yep. So.
And they probably have Lucy's favorite dessert in the world. The
brownies.
Their brownies are very fudgy and soft, and she loves them.
Okay, if you've never tried Chick-fil-A cookies, you have got to try their chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
They're the best.
They are good.
They're
very good.
You have to try them.
We clean out the fridge once a week for dinner. Yep, we try to do that too. Mm-hmm. There's so many times I'll go to the pantry and go, Jess, there's something in here. We just got to find it.
Yes. Do you guys go out to movies or eat without kids? It's hard. It's really hard because we don't have a lot of people that we can leave our kids with. So when our family is here visiting or we are visiting them, that's when we go on dates.
Yeah.
So we just make it work.
The good thing about being, the way we are is find 30 minutes to watch a show together.
Oh, yeah. Like when the kids go to bed.
Doing this is a date for us.
Yeah. Yeah. So we just make the most of opportunities when they go to bed because they go to bed at 8.
Yeah, we do have a very interesting relationship when it comes to spending time together. We just try to steal it when we can.
I think that's most parents, honestly, though.
Have you tried the lime frozen drink at Chick-fil-A? Has it reached us yet?
I think so. I just haven't tried it because I've had like their lemonade, their lemon, whatever it is, the lemon frosty and all that frosted lemonade. That's really good. I want to try the lime. We got 8 more minutes, guys. So any last minute questions?
How
things y'all want to know? How far do you live from your family?
4 hours from my family, 3 hours from hers.
Yeah. 3.5. Is it 3 or 3?
It's right about 3. It's right about 3. We can get there 2.5 if we book it.
When we lived in Texas, we lived 18 hours away. Well, it technically was like 14, but it never took us 14. We had little kids. And we had babies.
It was the grace of God that got us there.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Keep going. Next question.
Okay. We're not singing tonight. I'm sorry. We can't sing.
I'm incredibly exhausted.
You like the lemon one better, Jen? Yeah. I liked the lemon one. I'm kind of finicky with like sweet drinks though. And they can kind of make me feel nauseous. So I don't know. I really just like Diet Coke or like.
What's your favorite frozen drink? Is it one of the cream slushes at Sonic?
Oh man, there was a phase I went through.
I got her probably 100 in a time frame.
Was I pregnant?
I don't know if you were or not.
The cream, now they don't think they even have cream. I think you can still ask for them, but they're not on the menu. The cream slushes. I was obsessed with those things from Sonic.
Alexis, we stated earlier.
Frozen drinks.
We stated earlier, Chick-fil-A is our favorite fast food place for all the right reasons. Angela, Nate, Dr. Seuss, ABC. That's his favorite book in the world.
Every night I go in to check on it before we go to bed, and every night he's holding that book asleep with it. He loves that book. It's kind of falling apart right now.
Yeah, he loves it. I think we bought it for him twice.
Oh, man. He's had it a couple times. Yeah. He's wearing them out.
Oh, I love frappes.
Sonic, you've never been to Sonic either. Now, you're not missing a whole lot with the food.
No, you're not.
The food is not that great.
Well, Sonic doesn't have a lot of...
The choices in drinks.
Yeah, that's the thing. Sonic is not... I think I said this in a previous video. I don't love Sonic's milkshakes because of their quality, although some of them are really, really good and unique. They just have 50 to 60 varieties, and you can mix and mash them. You can get a two-tone milkshake.
You can add flavor to any drink.
Yeah, you can add flavor to anything.
Diet Coke with
and they have happy hours, so you can go from 2 to 4 p.m. and get a drink half off.
All their drinks are customizable. So
they're all awesome.
It's really good. But the food is not that great. You're not missing anything on that. That's weird. I just played on your laptop.
That is weird. Huh.
I did not know it could do that. No.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
We appreciate it.
Hello, everybody.
5 minutes. Any last minute questions, everybody?
If you order online through the app, you get happy hour pricing anytime. I did not know that.
Okay, Jen, you just changed the game for me. Because I will. Oh, hey. Okay.
We don't have a very convenient Sonic.
There's one about off of that Elbert Road or wherever that is down there.
There's one by the Planet Fitness, but
also there's one right when you get off at the church exit on the right. If you drive over an extra quarter mile, there's one. It's
not where we pass by, so I never go there.
Exactly.
And the one close to us is at this road where it's like a one way. It's just really hard to get in and out of. So
okay, honey. Snapple Classics. Hi, Jessica and David. I love this channel. I live in New York, but I'm visiting South Alabama for the first time. What are some good Southern foods to try?
Girl.
Okay, here we go.
If you need South Alabama, like Mobile, that's where I went to college.
Yep. Foo Zackleys.
You
got to go there.
FOO.
If you're in Mobile, you got to go there.
Ackleys. Foo Zackleys.
Yeah.
The best chicken fingers in the entire world.
Yep.
Zaxby's has nothing on this place. It is so good, and you have to get the food sauce.
If you have a Raging Cane's, think of it times 2. It's
Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's. That's what I said. Raising Cane's.
I said Raging.
No, Raising Cane's.
Oh. Okay. Seafood. If you like seafood, it's amazing there.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like seafood, but I love Southern grown catfish.
Pretty much anywhere, like a local place, you'll be able to get amazing seafood. But my best recommendation for Mobile is Foo Zackleys.
And any place that has Southern home cooking breakfast or Southern home cooking hamburgers or barbecue. Southern barbecue is king. There is no better barbecue than in the South.
Yeah.
It's that good.
We think so. Okay.
All right. Give me a fast food. Oh, absolutely, Katie. Get down here and we'll do that.
We definitely will.
I've been in ministry since I was 16. I've been in full-time ministry since I was about 23, something like that. So
yeah. And we've been married almost 10 years and then full-time ministry the whole time.
Yep. There you go.
It's been a long 10 years, y'all. No, it's been fun. How did the Easter egg hunt go? Watch the vlog from her.
Watch the vlog. We'll fill all that in.
It went okay, but it was kind of crazy. We got a little bit rained out, but we made the best of it.
Favorite thing from Trader Joe's? Go, honey.
Oh, man, this is so hard. I love the gnocchi gorgonzola. It's like a frozen gnocchi, and you just put it in a pan and heat it up. It's amazing. I think it's one of the best things there. I also really like, this is going to sound stupid, but they have this package of brown rice in the freezer. You get like 3 bags. It is the best brown rice. If you like P.F. Chang's brown rice, it's just like that. What else do we like from Trader Joe's?
Okay, Katie, never seen a Zaxby's either. What do you have in Maine? What do you even have up there then? Seriously.
Don't even.
My goodness.
Yeah. Zaxby's, okay, so basically, like, these restaurants are mainly chicken fingers. So it's like the specialty is chicken fingers. So they just make tons of them, and they're really good. They're like fresh chicken fingers and French fries. Zaxby's has a little bit more, like they'll have wings too, or they'll have salads and stuff.
And Raising Cane's has a little bit more variety.
Say it again.
Oh, I did say Raging that time. I'm sorry. Raising Cane's has a little bit more variety.
No, they don't. They have just chicken.
Yeah, they
have just chicken.
But I mean, in terms of the different sides you can get with it. But no, Foozackly's
no, they don't. It's the same. Raising Cane's and Foozackly's, they both, okay, this is their whole menu. Are you ready? Chicken fingers, and you can get as a sandwich or as a plate. French fries, coleslaw, and bread. That's it. And then they have like their special chicken sauce. But it's so good. And because they only make the one thing, it's really, really fresh. So like the chicken is like super fresh.
Which I actually admire. They said, we're going to do these things and we're going to do them better than anybody.
And they're amazing.
And they're really good.
They're so good.
Okay, McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's. Oh, we got Wendy's on every street corner here. There's Wendy's everywhere.
I know. Thanks so much, Chelsea. I'm so glad.
We do appreciate that.
You have a Down syndrome sign. I just love Down syndrome kids. They're angels. They're just absolute angels.
What's your favorite snack that you would get from your snack box?
Favorite snack. Don't worry about that, Chelsea. People are just haters.
Yeah, no kidding.
We're blocking them. They're blocked. Yep. Favorite thing in our snack box, like
if you got Taco Bell and KFC, you're fine. I could eat those places every day.
Taco Bell is my guilty pleasure food. It's like something I know is not good for me.
It is the only fast food place I honestly can say, you want Taco Bell? Okay. She'll say no to everything else, but when I say Taco Bell,
how do I turn that down? Like, how do I turn that down? I love it.
So I asked for it a lot.
We hardly ever go, actually.
Yeah, we hardly ever agree on where we want to go.
We do like Wendy's. It's okay. That's fine.
Yes, please. Again, if y'all don't know, Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time is her next jewelry party. And we'll be posting it on the Blessed Jess Facebook page, but it'll be streaming from her Facebook page. So you can either go to the Blessed Jess page or to her personal page to view it. And once you get there, there's directions on how to bid, how to order, all of that.
It's super fun.
It's like, a lot. It's very easy.
It's just like a big part. Like we just hang out. I show you jewelry, and if you want to buy it,
it's a lot like this actually, except she's selling stuff.
Yeah. It's super fun. We have so much fun over there, and you don't have to buy something. You can come just hang out with us. We have a lot of fun. And the jewelry is amazing. All
right, honey, we're going to take 3 more questions. 3 more questions. Okay.
Favorite thing from Taco Bell?
The cheesy gordita crunch taco.
That's David's favorite.
That's my favorite.
My favorite, I alternate. Like, I like the burritos, like whatever the specialty, like they come around with different ones. I like their tacos. I like a variety. So I'll get like a burrito and a taco and whatever or something. Like I'll mix it up a little bit. I don't really have like a standard order there. I love their tacos. I love their whatever burrito.
Never heard of Zaxby's. I'm from the Pacific Northwest. Well, y'all outlawed everything good out there. So I'm sorry.
Oh, no way. Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it does depend on what you're watching with and where. I'm sorry. Yeah, go back and watch it later.
Yeah, as soon as we finish up, it'll like process and then it'll post as a video. So.
Okay, what's your favorite thing to do with your kids? Okay. Basically anything we can.
Yeah.
Anything we can.
Just spending time together. We love going like to the library or playing outside when it's nice. It's kind of hard. It's either hot or cold. It's hard to find the right temperature when it's
I'm a lot like my dad was with me and Kevin. With them, I love to roll on the floor, pretend I'm asleep, and they come and jump on me.
I love that.
One of our favorite games is hide and seek with a blanket. I'll just throw a blanket on myself randomly, and they'll come walking in and going, "Oh, Daddy's under the blanket," and so they'll run up to us like that. So,
if you were to have another child, what would you name them, boy or girl?
That's the last question.
I have no idea.
I'm not going to count that one
because we don't know.
We don't know. We don't know. We have.
I don't really have all the names.
There's a few names in the back burner we could pull out if we wanted to, but
there's
like, not one we're in love with. We were in love with Nathan David. We're in love with Lucy Kate. So there's not many.
So I'm sure we would come up with something if it ever came to that.
Yeah, I don't think.
Nothing on our radar.
Okay, everybody blast us with one more question. We're going to pick one, and then we're going to call it a night. So send them on in now.
Oh, you guys are so
hurry up, guys.
I gotta go put some ice on my head.
We got to pray it gets cooler in here.
It's so hot.
I'm sweating too.
Third child. Everybody's saying third child. We don't
No,
know.
I think you didn't answer that one.
What?
Am I a ginger?
He's not a redhead. You do look kind of red.
I do have a hint of red in my hair.
I have more red in my hair than David does.
I have a hint of red in my hair, but it's not much.
Yeah. He does have a little bit.
Where church do you belong? Faith Family Church in Ackworth, Georgia. faithfamilyag.com. Check us out.
For sure.
All
right.
Okay.
We've been on for 2 hours, you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you guys so much.
Yay for 15,000.
15,000. Here's to 150,000 more.
Ooh, that'd be
Bring
awesome.
it on, everybody. Bring it on.
Oh, man. We love you guys.
Appreciate y'all.
We appreciate
Thank you
you
so
hanging out with
much.
us. We'll see you all later. Watch the video. It'll be out tomorrow at 8. And you can see how today went.
Yeah, and we'll see you guys Tuesday, 8:30 on
Bye,
Facebook.
guys. We'll be there. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.